We nearly died with the Beholder.
We did, yeah. Hi, I'm Spencer, your DM. Welcome back to Tomb of Annihilation. Dice Roll Tomb of Annihilation. This is session 53. We've been at it a while. We've also been away for a while. So let's just quickly go through introductions for the VOD. So when we listen back to this in 10 years' time, if YouTube still exists, we can remember who everybody was. Although, I mean, we're 53 sessions in. You would have had been introduced to everybody every one of those. So anyway, I'm Spencer, your DM. They, them, if you feel like it. Or any, if you don't. Just don't treat me like a man.
Well.
Who you can treat like a man, though, is my dear friend and brother, who I went to school with, who plays a character. Who do you play?
Me! I've been here the whole time.
It's true.
I'm Riley. He, him. I'm playing Sven, they, them, and their two little snakes.
Mm-hmm. You sure do.
Dragonborn Barbarian, also Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
So much fun. I need to say Barbarian Ranger from like a while back, but I just keep saying Barbarian because I forget the Ranger is there.
Barbanger. Barbangerous. Well, since the next person I introduce is gone, actually I think I usually introduce Mia first. The next on my list of faces is my dear friend who just graduated. Very proud of her. Who are you, and who are you playing?
I'm Abby. I'm playing Elspeth, both she, her. Storm Sorceress, nearly died last session until we remembered that she's an Aasimar, and an Aasimar has resistance to necrotic damage.
She's an Aasimar, if you know what I'm saying.
She's an Aasimar, because she's a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
She put the ass in Aasimar, for sure. She's married, though.
She is.
Yeah.
Well, going back to the person I should have introduced first. Who are you, my dear red-headed friend?
What?
You do have red hair, don't you? Or am I just imagining that?
It used to be red. It's not really that red anymore. I should actually dye it again.
Okay, there we go. Well,
anyway, hello. I'm Mia, she, her. I'm playing Lucia, also she, her. Last week I played one of her moms. The other one is currently dead, but we are in the process of fixing that.
Rip.
I punched shit, but I got tired of punching shit, so now I have a bow and I'm gonna shoot shit instead.
That's true.
Still a monk, though.
Yeah, and rounding off the bottomest of bottoms, my dearly beloved final friend, who is always last in the order. Who are you and who are you playing?
It's me?
Yeah.
Seth?
I said
also
bottom.
Graduate?
You should know that's you.
No, I was like, it's me, Seth.
Oh, gotcha.
Also a graduate. I'm playing Olaf, the Artificer. I'm going to turn a Sirak into a cup and drink grape soda out of him.
You do have a thing about turning your enemies into inanimate objects. You still want to make that hag Sirak a cup.
We can turn his skull into a cup. We could also make straws out of his finger bones.
That's true.
And turn his ribs into a marimba.
Yeah, and then we can take his pelvis. We can take his pelvis and turn it into like a punch bowl.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if I congratulated you on graduating, Yusuf. I didn't actually know that happened. Abby stole all the thunder by posting a picture of her looking very squinty.
Don't worry, I haven't even posted to LinkedIn, and my dad keeps trying to make me do it.
Well, congratulations.
But I feel like it's very performative. Anyways, Abby, if I'm posting my graduation to LinkedIn, so do you.
I don't even remember my login information for LinkedIn.
Bitch, there's a forgot my password button for a reason.
My LinkedIn got banned literally on the first day because for some reason, I think my email or something is flagged. I sent them a, hey, I'm actually me. Here's my ID to prove I'm actually me. And then they were like, no. So I don't have a LinkedIn because they just banned me instantly.
I don't know if I could find my graduation picture, but I think it would be really funny because I was like 70 pounds heavier.
I was horrendously ill and super sweaty, and the hall is one of these old-ass stone cathedral-like halls, and they had these massive box fans, and they did fuck all.
Yeah. Oh, also for my graduation pictures, I couldn't wear my glasses because, of course, they were using like stupidly powerful flashes for no reason, which meant I had to wear their lensless glasses that they just had, which were way too small for any adult human's face. So I look like my graduation picture. I look like that. I think it's Chamber of Secrets, where Harry Potter gets turned into Goyle, and he's wearing his glasses. I look like that in my graduation picture, and it's goofy as hell. Also, I mentioned Harry Potter, which means that I have to trash J.K. Rowling, who's a piece of shit.
Now you have to donate 1,000 Canadian dollars to a trans ally charity.
All of my pictures ended up being taken facing directly into the sun, so I'm squinting in all of them, so I don't actually have that many good photos.
That's fair. That's fair.
All my photos were taken next to a big rock because there was a big courtyard where all the graduates were standing, and I was like, guys, big rock, group photo, big rock!
Big rock.
I don't even know what that rock
And because
is.
it's mechanics, and everyone's a guy, they're like, holy shit, there's a big rock.
Whoa, a big rock.
Hey, we have some women on our course. Like 10 out of like 200 people, but there's women.
I know a woman.
Now, this might sound a bit mean. How many of those are trans?
Not any that I can tell. As in I've never been told.
I was the only trans woman on my course.
Remember, I'm doing an
There were other trans people, but I was the only trans woman on my computer science course.
Interesting. The stereotypes.
Trans people on my course, they passed very well.
There was 4 classes for my 3 or 4 for my thing. There was one lady, which was me. But it's also IT administration, so go figure.
Yeah. We are so off topic. Let's begin the game. It's been like a month since we played this game. Been through some shit. Imagine some of that shit. It's not entirely important. I believe, Mia, if I'm remembering correctly, you told me that you have 7 of the crystal eyeballs.
Yes.
That is
I
good
can even
to
tell you
know.
which colors we have.
That is going to be important later, not very important right now. Yeah, you've explored most of this floor. I was also telling Riley that my initial idea was to put the skeleton key in the pandemonium room, so that when you entered the room, the skeleton key was going to pull the lever, so you'd actually have to deal with the winds instead of just like turning them on and off again.
Oh, the lever crock.
But then I forgot, and I just put it up there to try to introduce Bell Choice earlier, because you'd have no way to know. So I fucked that up, but that's okay. That's been the moral of this campaign: is I fuck up a lot, and that's okay because this is not a job. This is fun. So speaking of fun, I believe you had completed a short rest, and you burned the hell out of the alien growth next to you throughout that short rest, so you don't have to worry about it. So if you haven't done a short rest, do so now.
I am attuned to my new gloves.
Yes,
or binding.
Class of archery.
And a cool serpent's bow.
Yeah. Nari doesn't have a
I
trickster
love
spirit.
XT though. Time to get smacked a lot.
Nari doesn't have a trickster spirit just yet. Is there any of the trickster spirit abilities you would like her to have?
Give her the one that gives 23 strength and then just have her smack shit.
And Elspeth's already got that one.
Yeah.
That's the
You'd want to give her one.
You're not taking this away from Olaf.
Yeah, you'd have to give her one of the ones that aren't currently taken.
What is not currently taken? Do we know?
Let's see.
I like the one that gives attunement.
I have the bunny, which gives me
Location.
A lot of dexterity.
9 gods. Should be one. Trickster Gods of Omu. There we go. So Sven has Ejin. Elspeth has Kabuzin. Olaf is still rocking Moa. And I believe Obalaka is inside of Lucia.
I have Obalaka. Yep.
So we have Nang Nang, Papazotl, and, well, Wango's in Glowy somewhere.
Wherever she might be.
Yeah. So
I think Papazotl. Actually, that's the lawful evil one. We don't want her to like.
it does fit her
the
personality,
bad
but it's fair if you don't want to give her one of the evil ones. Also, no falling damage is not particularly helpful. But you do get advantage on all wisdom checks.
Nang Nang is
It
like
would give me even more
actually
perception.
useful.
Nang Nang, you get Spider Climb.
Anyway,
So if you don't want to give her
That
either of
just
those,
the
that's perfect.
floor. The floor fits her very well. I won't share.
It does, yeah. In that case, I believe we're ready to move on. So, keep in mind, you do know the warning for this floor, which should be in the locations in our little journal there. Moving through the secret door here, you have entered a room called the Golem Pit. There's a 15-foot wide, 15-foot deep pit dominating the center of this chamber. At the bottom of the pit, an 8-foot clay figure stands motionless beside a stone treasure chest. A silver key hangs from a cord around the figure's neck. 2 9-foot tall stone statues stand atop plinths on either side of the pit, denoted on the map by little stars. A third plinth against the southern wall stands empty. One of the statues depicts a hooded and bearded male figure with his left hand held high, index finger pointed up. The other portrays an armored male knight with his gauntleted right hand extended, palm facing inward towards the knight. So I will copy that description for those of you that have trouble remembering things that are said out loud, such as myself.
Can I?
Where are we?
Bottom.
I
have I?
I know. I'm just fucking with you.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
fucking with you.
Moa would tell you, Olaf, as you look in here, that as soon as you recognize the clay golem, Moa will tell you that he has fought clay golems back when he had a body, and you have to use adamantine or magic to hurt a clay golem. They can't be hurt by regular weapons.
Okay. Olaf's hammer is adamantium made.
True.
I believe.
Yeah, you built it in the forge.
Also, Fenrir is made of adamantium, so would you allow that as well?
Well, he does force damage, so it doesn't really matter. But
That's
yeah.
fine, but yeah.
I don't want him to be made of adamantine specifically, because adamantine armor negates critical hits, and I still want to be able to critically hit.
Oh.
So.
That's fair, that's fair. Maybe
He wants
when
to kill your
level
dog.
20, if it happens, I will burn down this universe and build a new one. Don't
Well,
make
not
me.
again.
This time, you can just build a new body. So,
Yeah, there is purple stuff in here. So
There
is
is?
it the bearded man here? Far side? Let's see.
I believe so, yes. The far side is the bearded man.
He's pointing up. My instinct is telling me there might be something on the ceiling.
Since you're
Unless he's
looking at
going,
them,
actually.
you
I'm-
can give me a religion check if you'd like. If you're not proficient, you can just give me an intelligence check.
We've not
Alright.
seen the bit that corresponds to the guard clue, have we?
So this would.
that
I
hasn't
mean,
come up
it's
yet.
a bit
You don't-
metagamey to do a religion check.
No, I asked
Critical
for it.
failure.
It's one of the things for this room. Okay, Lucia.
Yeah.
I think
Sorry, what's that, Abby?
I think that these statues are representing God.
Yeah, I asked for it, so it's not meta. With a 15 religion check, Lucia, you know a bit about the gods. So that bearded man is Azuth, who is the god of scribes and wizards. You know, way back at the start of this campaign. No, that was Samus, different person. Azuth is god of wizards. He is the one pointing at the ceiling. The other god is Torm, the god of courage and self-sacrifice.
So you're telling me he is the god of actually?
Yes. God of wizards and god of courage and self-sacrifice.
Right to
Oh.
God.
And from there, you guys can explore the room. Keep in mind that there's a little bit of goop in the corner there, which might be worth dealing with.
Yeah, the goop is going to be an annoyance. I'm just going to check my total HP first.
We also realized that it only attacks us if we attack it.
Yes,
Yeah.
because Belchors isn't fully aware of all of his goop at once. You attack the goop, he knows where you are. But otherwise, it's up to whether he's looking at the right spot at the right time, which I will roll for now,
Yeah.
actually, and not tell you.
Yeah, I don't know what the exact response is, if it's moving things or if you can identify distinctly if something is alive. It probably would be that he can identify individual things because the tomb dwarves would.
Jesus
Actually,
Christ.
would the tomb dwarves?
What was that, sorry?
I'm just wondering, would the tomb dwarves go about here if we already have the beholder monitoring?
Hypothetically, yes. You don't know specifics, but there is back passageways through here, and like the rest of the dungeon, this would be maintained by tomb dwarves.
Good.
Where exactly is the clay golem? Is it stood on the...
So there's that pit.
It's in the pit.
I'm not going to put the token onto the token map until it's relevant because it takes up the whole pit, so you wouldn't be able to see the chest.
Okay.
But there's a
great.
clay golem down there, and he's
just gonna
wearing
do a little-
an amulet around his neck. That's all you can really see from the doorway that you're in. So up to you what you want to do from here. You'll have to do further exploration to figure out more.
I mean, the amulet is probably some sort of control thing, give it to golem.
Yeah.
So it might, if we could like fish it off its neck, and
You have mage hand, right?
I have mage hand.
Okay. We're so yet to write the gods. I don't really know what that means. If that means, did it spell R-I-G-T, R-I-G-H-T, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like you write R-I-T where you'd perform some ritual.
Maybe the one that
You
is
write
missing
by.
and it's in the pit has to be going on the still. Or
It's
we
the
have to
pit
do a
though,
depiction
right?
of him on there, maybe.
Do
I
we?
don't
Can we
know.
see like the face of the clay golem from where we are, Spencer?
It'd
Let's
be a
see.
stretch if it's in that pit.
You'd see the top of his head and enough to tell that he's wearing a necklace of some kind, but I don't think you'd see, like, there wouldn't be any eye contact. First of all, it's a
Okay.
golem.
There isn't like other
So it doesn't really have
identifying
eyes.
features we can make. Like,
No,
do we see what
it
the
just looks like
golem
a-
is wearing?
It just looks like a column, like a clay statue. And you can't actually see what the necklace is of. You can just see that it's gold, or gold appearing. Again, it's,
What was the
you know,
puzzle
bottom of pit.
before? We did a clay puzzle. We had to kill them in a
Yeah,
specific way.
yeah, that was the I believe the Moa Shrine puzzle. Or maybe it was
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm saying.
Abzado Shrine puzzle.
It should be. Oh, is it not in the?
You could enter the room and get a better look at things.
I'm gonna enter the room.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Percent. I'm not really good at these. 3.
Okay, so Belchor's got a critical on his perception check. So he, for a total of 32. So he did happen to be looking in this room at this moment. So as you step in, he's going to target you with an eye ray.
No.
Watch it be disintegration again.
We shall see.
I survived its
You can roll me a
integration.
d10 if you'd like to.
Have you healed since then, Abby?
I have.
we
I'm
shall.
on 49 hit
That's a
points.
6, which is the telekinetic ray, so that's not too big of an issue.
It could plonk her down
It
into
could.
the pit, though.
If the target is a creature, must scan a DC 16 strength saving throw, or the beholder moves it up to 30 feet in any direction.
Strength saving
It's
throw.
restrained by the telekinetic grip until the start of the next beholder's next turn, or until the beholder is incapacitated. Blah blah blah.
Done.
So you're fine. You're really good at these right now. Yeah. So it blasts you with its telekinesis ray. You shrug it off, and then anybody that wants to can just throw a fireball in that corner, and you're fine. Burns away.
Yep.
Stamping on it, just
So,
icky,
yeah.
icky.
You have about an hour before that's going to be a problem again. That's funny though. He rolled a crit. My first roll in like a month in this
Yeah,
game.
but the thing is,
It's a crit.
32 on a crit. That's insane.
They're proficient in perception. They have high wisdom.
They're all eyes. It's all eyes.
Oops, all eyes.
10 to be specific. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
I
this-
almost had the same perception bonus as he does. Just
If
Basically,
I'll look
wolves.
down into the pit.
Yeah.
I'll look down into the pit with the guy now.
Yes, you can see it a lot more clearly now. I need to find the part about it. Clay golem. Clay golem. What I will say, as you approach the pit to look down over it, you do notice your passive perception is above a 10, right?
Yes, it's 11.
Yeah. So you would notice that there's bits of dirt sort of hovering in the air. So
Yeah.
put together, there's a wall of force over the top of this pit. So there's no way to get through that,
Okay.
except for, ways to bypass walls of force. So you can just stand on there and just clearly look straight down at this thing. Clay golem. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not. It's a gold chain with a key on it. It's not an amulet, which you can now see clearly. I'm not seeing any extra special details listed here. But if you want to make me another active perception check to see if you catch anything else down there.
Yeah.
Can I give the help action?
Yeah.
As I'm gonna.
Go for it. You're both having a look.
I'll go from a different angle and just be like, "Oh, have you seen this?"
16's not bad.
16.
So the golem seems to be just a bog standard golem. I will say, with Olaf's help, you recall that the spell book that Withers has
It's
is...
an amulet of golems. Yeah.
Well, it's a manual of
a
golem.
manual of golems.
I don't
yeah.
believe you are high enough level to tell which kind of golem.
I actually know I have 5th level spell slots now, so
There you
I
go.
can read that.
So very clearly, Olaf, you can pull it out. You can look over it. It is a manual of clay golem.
Oh yeah.
Clay golems.
What does that
I can
give
actually share
us?
that. I can share that now that you know. Player's journal, loot, magic items, manual of golems, show to players, show to everyone. So for a clay golem, tome contains information and incantations necessary to make a particular type of golem. Since you can cast 5th level spells now, you know that this one is specific to clay golems. This item is worth, 65,000 gold pieces, so it's a pretty expensive spellbook.
Oh no, it says you need at least 2 5th level spell slots. I only have 1.
Oh, that's alright. Bleh.
Sorry.
We'll let it slide.
Alright.
It'll take too long otherwise.
We all collectively have enough spell slots.
Exactly,
It's fine.
yeah. There you go. So you could create a golem. Doesn't say anything here about fucking with a golem that's already been made. But I'll say, skimming through this, you'll know some more of the intricacies of clay golems. So I might as well just share their stat block with you, since you now know. They have a recharge ability that gives them haste for, I believe, a turn. Yeah. They absorb acid, similar to the way that flesh golems absorb lightning. They go berserk, as most golems do. If they reach a damage threshold, can't be transmuted to different things. They resist magical attacks. Their weapon attacks are magical. Bog standard golem stuff. Yeah. So you can have a skim over that if you do end up fighting this thing, because you have the manual of clay golems. You know what its stats are.
Okay.
Yes, so gold chain with a silver key on it. With your perception check of 16, there's a chest right in front of the clay golem. You can tell that the chest and its hinges are made of stone. It looks like it would be very heavy. The other thing you notice about it is the keyhole on it is made of silver, which is the same metal that the key is made of, so there may be a connection there.
Can I try using Mage Hand to get the key off its neck?
You certainly can.
You said there's a wall of force there, right? So there's no way
There's
to
a
get
wall of
inside
force,
of that. Okay.
Yeah. Give me an Arcana check if you want. And since you're a Charisma caster, you can make it a Charisma Arcana.
Okay, that would be 23 then.
Yeah, not too bad at all. So, Wall of Force, you can't target things through a Wall of Force, but you can conjure things through a Wall of Force, because you're able to see the space where it is. So if you wanted to create a Mage Hand past the Wall of Force, you certainly can.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Okay, very good. You conjure your mage hand. I don't think we ever described your mage hand. What does it look like?
It's a little, I had a description for it that I gave at one point, but I've forgotten what it was. I think it's just like a copy of Elspeth's hand, just a blue ethereal, slightly crackly with electricity.
I would imagine it always has its pinky up whenever it does stuff because it's a fancy lady. So this fancy lady hand appears in the pit below you. What would you like to do with your little hand?
See if I can just like pluck the key off the golem, isn't that?
Absolutely. You can do so with ease. Golem doesn't seem to react in any way. So your mage hand is not holding a key.
I'll put it in the chest.
Yeah, absolutely. No need to make a check or anything. The key slides easily into the keyhole. You can turn it. There's a clicking sound. The chest seems to be unlocked. Nothing further happens.
The lid of the chest would be too heavy.
Yeah, I'll try opening the lid of the chest, but I think it would be too heavy.
Unfortunately not. The entire chest is made of stone, which means it's going to pass that 10-pound threshold.
Yeah.
There's other stuff in the room if you want to have a look around. But you have definitely unlocked that for now. So you've done part of the puzzle.
And this thing over here, that's just like a stone flint. There's nothing on it at all.
It looks like... let me just double check here. Okay. I am going to need perception checks from anybody inside of the room, since you're examining the plinths now. But it looks like that plinth over there would have a statue on it. That's what you can tell just by glancing at it. Structure of the room should be a statue over there too. There isn't.
18? That is invisible.
I think 18's the best. Within 18...
Oh, do we all make one, or is it just 18?
Anybody that's in the room. You're having to look around at things.
I'll let Abby have it either way. I just will see if we can get a better...
you know what? Since we are making multiple checks, tell me which one of you wants to look where. Abby, with your 18, where are you looking at? What are you looking at?
The one.
The empty one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so with an 18, you can see that seems to be nothing on it, which is odd. There's a decent amount of dust coating everything, which is how you can tell that there was a wall of force there. When you look at the top of this plinth, it seems to be oddly clean, and specifically, with the perception check of 18, it looks like there's maybe some scarring. You know how there's like blooming when something gets really, really hot, like a metal or stone, you get this like blooms of color. It looks like that around the bottom of the plinth. With that, you can gather there's some sort of magical effect that would take place on this plinth specifically. Although you can't gather anything more than that, you'd have to do further investigation. Lucia, where were you looking with your 16?
I would keep an eye on the golem.
On the golem?
Just to make sure that it doesn't suddenly smack us.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be moving in any way. It for all intents and purposes, if you didn't know it was golem, it would just look like a statue. That's just sort of standing down there, like Clayface. So you're reasonably sure that it hasn't been triggered in any way by anything that's happened just yet. Olaf, with your 12, where were you looking?
More or less just between these two statues and see if there's anything that could relate them.
Not a very hard perception check to tell things about these statues. The statues of Azuth and Torm both have rotating platforms. And as you take your time to sort of like peer around the seam, around under their feet.
The gods.
You can see that there's a sequence of gears and springs underneath. So it looks like these are meant to turn. You don't know what that's going to do, per se.
Okay, I feel like this is like a weird way to control the golem. Maybe. So I'm gonna see by rotating... I'm gonna just put a little dot on the map to indicate like the way that I believe that they're facing, if that's okay.
They're facing each other, I believe.
So I'll do this, right?
Yeah, they're facing each other.
I'm gonna just move it to like where I'm gonna make it face towards, if I can, that is.
You should be able to. Let me double check the description of the room just to make sure they're facing each other. Yeah, so they are facing each other. So currently they're both looking towards the center. So you want to turn Torm, to the right?
Yeah, start turning him to the right and see what that does in the room.
You hear a popping sound, which I can't replicate with my mouth, but it sounds like a balloon popping down from the southern end of the room, from the direction of the empty plinth, but nothing further happens. About 6 seconds after you turn the statue, the springs trigger and it turns back towards the center, back to where it was.
Okay, so it's back here. I'm going to turn at 180.
180? I don't think it does. Yeah, you don't actually, it only turns 90 degrees to the right.
Right, Elspeth, could you maybe turn the other statue to the right at the same time I am?
Okay.
And then, if that's alright, Spencer, we'll just
You certainly
do
can.
this, basically.
So as you tweak with them, they both seem to only turn 90 degrees to the right. They don't turn to the left. They don't turn any further than 90 degrees to the right. While this is going on, we could get a sound-based perception check.
Ooh.
Oh, would it be a disadvantage for us because we're doing something, or normal?
I'll let somebody other than the two of you make it. So if you want to make it, Lucia, and if Sven wants to be helping out by listening, you
That's
can.
fucking
Sven got a
go.
crit,
Damn.
so...
Oh,
I'm being
fuck.
outperceived today by everyone.
So Sven, you can hear the popping sound of whatever magical effect is happening. There's two of them, and they're slightly out of sync with each other, which, with your crit, you can hear, and you can hear which order they're in. So when Torm is turned, the popping sound is from the plinth first, and then inside of the pit. And with Azuth, it's the opposite. There's a popping sound inside of the plinth, or inside of the pit, and then on the plinth. So with this altogether, you would gather that turning these statues teleports somebody from the plinth into the pit, or into the pit, out of the pit.
Oh, right, but then they're gonna be stuck in a fucking pit with a golem.
That is correct. Now, the chest is unlocked, so if you wanted to teleport in there, open the chest and find out what's in there, and then get out, you could do that. There's about a 6-second delay, so you would have to survive one round. But, I mean, you guys are high enough level, you should be able to survive one round with a golem.
Right.
I can rage and do it.
If it even activates to kill
dimension-
you. You don't know if it will.
I can teleport two of us out.
You could.
So if you want to come with me, Sven, you grab whatever's in the chest, and then I get us both out.
Alright.
That would work.
But, we could also just... Right. So, do we confirm is this one the end one?
Yes, Torm is the teleporting into the pit, and Azuth is the teleporting out of the pit. And again...
facing him in and then pointing up out.
Well, turning to the right. They only turn to the right.
Yeah, but that it sort of indicates what each of them do, like pointing up, get out.
Gotcha.
Like palm face toward. I don't know if that's the intention, but that's the connection I'm making.
It's entirely possible. I'm not seeing any information about that in the description of the room puzzle. But yeah, Torm gets you in, Azuth gets you out. But again, 6-second delay, so you have to survive at least a round down there. Or, I mean, get somebody down there that teleports. That can also work.
Alright, let's go in.
Okay, very good.
I mean, it could be that the golem activates and then chases us or attacks us even outside of the pit. It's quite big, at least.
Entirely possible.
Well, we won't be teleporting out. We'll
Wait,
just be
isn't there restrictions on teleporting within the dungeon?
Thank you for remembering.
only when you can't see the teleport location.
Okay, good.
Thank you for remembering. I wasn't going to bring it up, but now that you remembered, you do know that teleporting in the dungeon, where you can't see where you're going, which Dimension Door would be covered by, has some effect on you. That is not particularly pleasant. The exception...
if I just use it to... I could use it to teleport somewhere I can't see, but if I'm using it to teleport somewhere I can, is that fine?
The description of the spell restrictions imply not, but the way I described it seems to make more sense. So I would say, for the purposes of this puzzle, it's fine.
Okay.
Also, it would just be a hassle. If what happens is not great, and I don't want to deal with that if we can help it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know this dungeon specifically, but the original dungeon, the Room of Horrors, I believe.
You do know that you have the amulet. So if you do ever want to do further, longer distance travel, teleporting, you could just attune to the Black Skull amulet, and that would let you do this.
Stop trying to curse us, Spencer.
I'm not saying it's cursed or not. That's, I mean, you can believe what you want to believe.
Yeah.
So the setup, I believe, Sven, you're going to hop up onto the plinth.
Yeah.
And then Olaf is going to trigger Sven to be teleported into the pit. Sven, you want to open the chest when you're in the pit, grab whatever's in there, and then either Lucia will teleport you back out, or Elspeth, you're going to teleport in there with Sven.
Yeah. Whoever has higher initiative.
Okay. I will say the plinth is less than 5 feet across, so medium creature only. You can maybe get 2 smaller creatures.
Ooh, okay.
But only one person at a time is going to be able to teleport, because only one person can fit onto the plinth.
Isn't Sven small?
No, I'm medium.
No, Sven's
Oh,
just
you're medium?
visually small, but medium sized.
Well, Sven is short, but they're also wide.
Yeah.
You know,
Like a dwarf.
thick.
I could have had Lucia become even smaller and be small because my new Ancestral allows me to be small.
There you go. But like if you want to bring Gondor in with you, Sven, you could. But you're not going to get 2 player characters in there at once.
Okay. I could
fine, just-
I could Misty Step down.
Just teleport me out. I'll be fine. I'm gonna rage.
With the statue,
Alright.
right?
Yeah, we choose a statue. Got it.
You can do that, yeah.
Well, our only concern is if it's random who gets, like, pulled out, if it's the Golem or Sven.
Well, in
But
that
in that
case,
case, we'll just keep
it's up to us
spamming the
to go up.
fucking, keep spamming the device until we get it right.
Oh, it scrolled back up to the top of the page when I closed it. Damn it. Back to the puzzle. There we go. The golem pit. Okay. So this is the plan. We'll roll initiative once Olaf turns the thing. And I'll tell you what happens.
I rage right before he does that, so that I don't end
Gotcha.
up unraged.
So
on
you
the
go
inside.
down there raging. So Sven, you get teleported into the pit. Boop. The golem does animate as soon as you enter the pit, and it raises its fist to attack you. So at this point, everybody roll initiative and we'll see how fast everything happens. I'll roll over the golem as well.
Oh, decent, actually. Although my initiative doesn't really count.
Oh,
Does
it's
not
not as a
count.
golem.
Matt's turn.
Sven, did you click on your token?
I did.
Okay, what was your
I
initiative?
rolled a 14 plus 6 is 20.
Ooh, very nice. I believe that will put you first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the golem raises its fist to punch Sven in the face. Sven, you have your raging. You have time to do things. So the silver key is still in the keyhole. It has been turned. The clicking sound happens, so the chest is unlocked. The golem is ready to punch you in the face, but you have a minute to do something. What do you want to do?
Free object interaction. Open chest.
Yeah, what's your strength score?
My strength score is 18.
Okay. It says here that the chest is 250 pounds. I think I'm going to need an athletics check for this. It'll still be your object interaction, but you're still going to need to make your check to see. Your strength's high enough, we'll just set it at a moderate. We'll say a 13. And you have advantage because you're raging, of course.
Okay. So advantage.
Is your-
Athletics check. That?
Yeah. Yeah, you are trying to move 250 pounds, so... Oh, easily. With a 24, yeah. Swing it open, there's a loud slamming sound as this heavy stone lid whacks into the ground behind the chest. Within, you can see that there's a beautiful red cushion that is covered in silk with gold embroidery on it. And in the center are 2 1-inch diameter glass eyeballs. One is pale green and the other is pink.
we need those.
Grab.
Grab? Yep. well, all that's your free object interaction, so there you go. Any actions you want to take?
Yeah, I'm gonna attack the golem so I keep my rage up.
Go for it. You do have a bonus
Or
action.
maybe I could just punch myself so I could keep my rage up.
I don't think that's how that works, but you could ignite your sword because you do have a bonus action because you raged beforehand.
Yeah.
No, it would work if you would take damage, right?
If I deal myself damage.
It's a bit cheesy.
Yeah, I think there's rules about it has to be somebody else dealing the damage to you. Because I don't think fall damage maintains rage.
If you were...
There's no specific
you
rules
have to
like that,
attack.
but
Oh no, you have to attack a hostile creature or take damage.
Oh. Well, then as written, I suppose you could just punch yourself. So if you do want to just
Or just
punch
stub your
yourself
toe and you keep raging.
rather
that
than
makes
hit the
sense.
golem, you could punch yourself rather than hit the golem.
I mean, if it's already rearing up to attack me, I might as well attack it.
Fair.
Did we say? I don't remember. We know what damage it heals from, right?
Yes,
Acid.
it is healed by acid damage. You
Okay,
know it is immune
right.
to acid, poison, psychic, and physical attacks that aren't magical or adamantine.
Okay, cool. I have a crackling greatsword.
You do. So
I'm
lightning would
gonna
be fine.
use it.
Fire would also be fine if you want to use the flame tongue greatsword. And as I said, you do have bonus action to ignite it if you wanted to.
Yes, I will do that bonus action and then attack.
Go for it.
Oof.
Unfortunately, that's a miss.
That's okay, because I have 2 attacks per
You
action.
do.
That's a 20.
That one will hit for sure.
I deal 10 slashing, and it
Alright.
didn't roll.
Didn't, so that'll be an extra 2d6 for the fire. I can type it if you don't want to.
Oh, sorry, that was I rolled the crackling greatsword.
Oh, that's why.
That's why it didn't roll the damage. I'm just gonna.
You want to roll that
it's
damage
an
again for
extra
the...
2d6.
Yeah. Ooh, another 10.
So it's a total of 20 magical.
It doesn't
Fire.
resist either, so you deal it a hefty blow.
Yay!
Uh,
Okay, get me out of here! Get me out of here!
All right, Olaf, you are on the wrong side of the room, but you certainly have the movement to get over to steal Lucia's thunder here if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, might as well just. Whoop.
Yeah. I think the heft of these things, it's going to take an action. not
Actually,
a free
wait,
object
1
interaction.
second. Oh, I just make it. Yeah, I use my full
You can
strength
also,
to
it's
get-
a wall of force, you just head straight across the pit.
You're so right, King. But this is funnier to me.
That's fair.
And I still have enough
Yeah.
movement, so
I think
I'll
this
go
is
over
this is
and use
heavy
my
enough,
full-
it'll take an action to actually turn it.
I don't mind it. The golem can't get out, so this will end combat if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
So Olaf, you get over to the statue of Azuth, crank it over to the right. Now I'd like you to roll me a d20, but before you do, Riley, odds or evens?
I do it. I fucking do it.
It's a random creature in the pit.
Evens?
Evens? Okay. Okay, it's
I
the
fucking do
golem.
it.
So you turn it to the right, there's a popping sound, and the clay golem gets teleported on top of the plinth.
Elspeth hit the fucking lever!
Oh, actually, while you guys were playing around earlier, I should have the golem teleport out. Oh well, it's not important. My oversight.
You freed the wrong guy, guys!
So Olaf, that was one. I'll count that as part of your attack action if you want to take an attack action as well.
Can I really just want to move over and do it again and keep
You're
fucking
out of movement.
buffering it.
You freed
I
the
know,
wrong guy,
I know.
Dad.
I thought this might happen, but I wasn't sure. I will hit the thing to try and
Oh,
knock
go
it
for it, yeah.
prone towards the wall so it stays on the plinth.
Go for it.
Just making sure I'm attacking normally. Boom hammer.
23
to hit.
not bad. That hits.
So if you make me a DC 14
So
strength saving
bludgeoning.
throw, please.
Strength saving throws is something this thing is good at, so this should be fine. No,
And
this is
it's
a
knocked
real shit
prone.
roll. It is knocked prone
So-
in its space, so it remains on the plinth.
That's actually really convenient for us.
Yes.
So ideally, the thing is, if I were able to turn this again and do it, we did guaranteed get Sven out.
It's
is
true.
the thing.
I
But
think we get Sven out if Lucia can stun it. and then Sven can move off the plate.
It is a 6-second delay, so you have to wait till the next turn to turn this one again.
Oh, okay. So only Olaf. So basically, by Olaf's turn, Olaf can turn it again.
You could do that, yes. And ditto for the other one. If you want to teleport the golem back in, it'll be until Olaf's... or until the top of the next round before that can happen again.
Yeah, I've used all my movements, so that's the end of the turn.
Okay.
For me, at least.
It is prone on the statue, which means Elspeth, you'll have disadvantage with range attacks, cancelled out by your split dagger. What do you want to do?
I am looking for this thing's stats to see what are the chances of us actually just killing it.
It is a CR 9, but you guys have trashed higher CRs than that, especially with Action Economy.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible.
I think the real danger is being stuck down there by yourself with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done, how much damage to it so far? I think it's all gone through, based on what we know, 17?
I believe you've done 30, actually, because Sven did 20.
Yeah, let's just wail on this guy.
Oh, I forgot he takes 2 force damage, or 4 force damage. There you go.
Yeah.
Just want to wail on him?
Plus 2 rage damage.
That's right. 2 rage damage.
I'm gonna shatter this guy.
Oh, okay. Where do you want to send the shatter?
What do I want to... Oh, censor it. It will just be... It can't pass through the wall of force, so correct. It will just be centered right here. Okay, very good.
Doing your best to avoid everybody. That is excellent. So you may roll your shatter.
And he has... It's a con save, but he has disadvantage because he's made out of inorganic
he has
material.
Advantage because of magic resistance, so this will be flat.
Okay.
That's a 19, so he's going to take half damage.
Yikes. 7 thunder.
Now, I would like somebody to roll me a con save for the Statue of Azuth and a con save for the Statue of Torm. Because they are not magical.
The Statue of Azuth wouldn't be inside
just the Statue of Torm
area.
They are not magical, which means there's a chance that they could break. Or do objects automatically fail con saves for shatter?
No, they have con.
Okay.
Modifiers, generally.
15. What's your save DC?
18.
18. I don't imagine they have any pluses. So yeah, it's going to take this damage. I feel like this is probably a hardy item. There are a lot of fine gears inside, so maybe I'll do the middle. It's a medium object, which is 18 hit points. How much damage did you do?
14.
14. Okay, it is not destroyed.
So it's still functional?
Badly bent, though. You imagine it might still work. But if you hit that statue again, it's going to break.
Okay, not doing that again. That's the end of my turn.
Good. There's a chance you would have not been able to teleport it back in. So, Golem's turn. First things first on the Golem's turn, it's going to use its haste, which it gets. So it now has a +2 to its AC, advantage on dex saving throws.
Oh, shit. I forgot about Max Stanley, sorry.
Okay. Do you want her to be part of the fight? Because you can take her turn now.
Yeah. Yeah, she'll just ping him with some Eldritch Blasts on the side.
So she will have disadvantage. No, 2 misses. That's okay. So start of the Clay Golem's turn, it begins to vibrate in place. Then it will stand up, using half its movement. I believe with Sentinel you get to opportunity tag it, is that right, Olaf?
Sorry?
With Sentinel, can you attack a creature when they stand up?
No. They have to move out of my range or attack another...
Gotcha. Alright, so the Clay Golem stands up in its space. It's a simple creature. It's going to attack you, because you're the thing that hit last and the first thing it can see. So it is going to slam on you twice and then 1 additional time with a bonus action. It has... These are normal attacks. So we get a 1 to the face. That's a miss.
Miss.
A 17
hit.
Is a hit.
Yep.
Any shield or anything like that?
Seeing if we've got spell slots left and if it's worth it, because it's, how much then?
It would be 14
What the fuck? Damage. It reduces my hit point maximum?
It would. Do you want a shield for it?
Just checking.
You would have known this in
first
advance
levels.
because you
Yeah.
took the time to read the golem. manual.
19 AC now. I don't know, 22 AC now, sorry.
Okay,
I forgot.
so that one misses, and then its bonus action slam is an 18,
Oh, thank
still a
God, it's
miss.
shielded.
I think with that, it is going to leap off of the plinth. 5, 10, and split the difference between Olaf and Elspeth. That is its turn. Lucia, it is your turn.
I have to move a bit differently. I'm gonna move like whoop, whoop, whoop. Can't believe I don't even get to use my new bow. Oh well. My unarmed strikes are magical because
That is correct. You are a monk of
I
sufficient
do like that. Smack him twice.
You dance
25
around the
and
room,
17.
hitting with both, actually. You surpass. So 5 and 7
Lovely.
bludgeoning. For a total
That's
of
all.
12.
Do we know if it is immune to stunts?
Yes, don't waste the key points. It cannot be stunned. No, it can't be stunned. My apologies. It can't be charmed, exhausted, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, or poisoned. Can't be stunned. So you could
Key
use-
point for stunning strike because I'm a bad person.
It's okay. That's part of your build. It's a fail. It is stunned.
It is stunned. And did we change anything on my rapier yet? We plan to change something potentially during long rest, right?
Did I not
I
put the
have
stats?
ideas.
'Cause I
I think
believe,
we were thinking about what we could do with it, what Olaf might be able to enchant it with.
you know, the Falar Aluv in Baldur's Gate 3, I think that might fit the rapier. Just where, maybe as a bonus action, you could activate the light on the rapier, and then anybody in the dim light gets an extra, it's a bless, like a d4.
Yeah, but I think we didn't do the change to the weapon yet. As in,
Oh, like
The-
not in the
Damage
dim.
origin.
range.
yeah,
That's perfectly fine, yeah.
so not there
So
yet.
nothing yet.
I'm gonna use the key points to flurry of those. Which
Ooh.
look at that, it's a crit!
Crit and a 19 both hit.
It's another 14.
Ooh. Wailing on this thing while it's stunned. Anything else?
No, that's enough.
Okay, back to Sven's turn. Bottom of the pit. Raging. Doing their best.
I guess now I'm going to.
Now you want to punch
attack
yourself?
myself.
Okay. You know what? There's that heavy stone lid. You could just slam the lid on your hand. Yeah, so just, what's your strength modifier? You'll deal that damage to yourself.
There's rules for this.
Oh.
There's retractable claws where I could deal 1d4 plus 4, or I could unarmed strike myself.
That's what I was thinking of,
Five.
unarmed strike. It's just your strength modifier of damage.
Why is this not? Why are you doing this? You were working earlier. Okay, apparently that works. I miss. It has the same bonus.
You're hitting yourself. You're like grabbing the chest and slamming your head against it. You're not going to miss. Just you deal your strength damage to yourself, and then maintain your
Okay.
rage. Halved because you're raging.
True.
So deal half of your
I
strength
take,
modifier.
I
to yourself.
take 2 damage
There you
to myself.
go.
Oh!
Oh, plus 2
Oh, no,
because
that's the wall.
because of rage.
I was gonna say I could lightning this guy's butt, but there's a wall of force between us.
So yeah, you use one of
Rawr.
your multi-attack to hit yourself to keep your rage going.
Gondor! And Gondor rushes in.
Okay, Gondor slithers in. What is Gondor going to do?
Gondor is gonna attack. Let me
Yeah.
just open up.
It'll have advantage
my-
for flanking and also for stun.
Yeah.
I think stun grants
I
advantage to
have
attackers.
to find the
Just,
character
yeah.
sheet.
Oh, does he deal
Plus
magical damage?
3. I don't know whether we decide
I don't think so.
whether we determined that or not.
Because it's just a normal bite. I think he gets a breath weapon as Drakewarden, right?
You can magically no. He gets infused strikes when another creature hits it, but right now it's acid damage, so it would be bad.
Yeah. Well, Would Gondor know that? You would know that, so you wouldn't send Gondor into attack. So Gondor can just hang out outside.
No, Gondor doesn't. Sorry, is it immune to non-magical? Yes. Oh, okay. So Gondor wouldn't go in.
Yeah.
Yorm, on the other hand, deals poison damage,
which it is also immune to, but also piercing damage.
Which is also immune to, and also non-magical piercing
damage. Okay, so your companions are useless at the moment. We can move on to Olaf's turn.
Okay.
So Olaf, the thing has reset. Do you want to pull it again?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Popping sound.
El Nino album.
Sven appears on the pedestal.
That I haven't recharged my hammer, nope. But I believe. Can we flank?
Yeah, it doesn't matter because it's stunned.
Okay. So I'll do an attack at advantage.
26 will certainly hit.
26, and I'll do 10
bludgeoning damage. Bonus action?
Nothing, and then I'll remember that I have a dog.
Yeah, that's true. Fenrir can come in and do something with force damage.
It's already stunned, and he's just gonna go ahead.
Chult.
He has pack tactics anyways. So... What? 22 to hit?
Certainly gonna hit.
With 5 force damage.
Okay. Abby's turn. If you stun it again, Mia, we'll just say you guys kill it. Rather than going through this all again.
I'll go for a shocking grasp with advantage.
26 hits? Or sorry, 23, I should say.
10 lightning damage.
10 lightning damage. It's looking fucked up.
I'll quicken it and do it again.
Another bad touch.
Oh, 15.
That was a miss. Its AC is still 16 from the haste.
Yep. That's the end of my turn.
Even incapacitated, it's vibrating in place.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Nara gets to shoot.
Roxanne will shoot with advantage.
That's correct. Both of those
16
hit.
And a 22, so that's 19 damage.
Very nice. Stone Golem goes, or Clay Golem goes. The stun condition ends at the start of your turn, right?
At the end of my turn,
yes.
I think even.
End of your turn, okay. So you can't still benefit from it. The haste does end at the end of this creature's turn. I believe the haste happens automatically.
End of my next turn.
Yeah,
so it is still done right now.
While in combat, the haste happens. It's not an action for the haste to happen. It just happens. So we'll roll to see. It does not happen again. So the Clay Golem loses its haste. You may now go, Lucia, and try to stun it again.
Oh, what you got there? Another crit.
2 hits.
Oh, the 15 is hit as well?
Yes, because its AC drops to 14 when it's not hasted.
Oh, and so another 9.
What is that? That is 12 and 9 for a total of 21. It had 17 hit points left. So with that, Lucia, you demolish it.
I just punch in and look where the core is, just pull out the core and just crumbles.
So it seems dumb, but everybody gets 1,000 XP.
Yippee!
Yippee!
Well, aren't you glad you have a monk in your party again?
Monks having stun every turn really does break the mechanics of the game.
It's a bit. I'm very low on key points, so we need to rest soon.
Just make sure you stun the beholder when we fight it.
Okay.
The thing is,
issues over.
Well, we could rest in this room, but someone would have to keep watch, constantly burning that patch.
Very true. You've also taken, I believe, 2 short rests down here, and you know that you've got about 2 short rests per floor before the Toon Dwarves start showing up.
Yeah, maybe we should just did you not? How many key points did you just burn, Mia?
Only 2.
Oh, well, you should have. You short rested, right? So you'd have 7 left.
I don't remember if they reset on short rest.
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the way Monk is supposed to work is that you're spreading your key points out amongst all of your abilities.
Yeah.
But nobody ever uses the other abilities.
I just forgot to reset them after last time, surprisingly.
So you just stun over and over again. Yes, you got a lime and a pink one.
Lime and pink. We are at 9 out of 10, so one of the things where the snake was scared of likely is where the last one was, because I remember there was one corridor we didn't go in the end. And I think we need
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one crawl space to go down.
Wait. Was there?
Yeah. There was a crawl space with a pressure plate that Gondor couldn't trigger because he's not heavy enough.
Oh, was it this one up here near the empty basin?
Yeah. I will say that you can see that the corridor down here does turn off to the right. Oh, I should say you didn't burn the ones down there. So I will give Belchor's a perception check to see if he looks this way during this fight.
I mean, that's definitely where the beholder is.
That is a 19, so he definitely does look this way. So at the end of this fight, 2 eye stalks are going to come out of those 2 patches of mold. So Fenrir, Olaf, and Lucia are in the path of eye stalk rays. So I'll have Guy, you can roll me a d10, and Lucia, you can roll me a d10.
Oh, I thought it'd just be like 2d6 and then re-roll any duplicates. Oh, that's funny.
Well, this will just tell which eye ray shoots at you.
Oh, right, okay.
I get a 3.
So 4, which is the slow ray, gets shot at Olaf. Not particularly important.
And 3 with a
But
fast
you can give me
ray.
a dex save, Olaf, and 3 is the fear ray, gets shot at Lucia.
Wisdom save, which surprisingly monks are not good at.
There shouldn't be an advantage, but
But
my
I'm
first
good
roll
at
was
it.
18.
Okay, yeah. So neither of you are affected by them, so easy peasy, firebolt down there.
And then we just burned them.
Alright, shall we backtrack to that crawl space then?
There's a door over here as well.
Yeah, but we know where that leads.
Well, you didn't see the room.
We don't necessarily.
So the way, there was a room over here with a tomb guardian who was facing a transparent section of wall that looked into that crawlway up here. That is above the room that had light pouring out of it that you haven't actually seen yet.
Are we trying to go where we know there's a pressure plate that we couldn't trigger, or are we going to the Tomb Guardian, or are you going around the corner?
Up to you guys.
I think if we go to the corner, that's going to be the beholder. Because there's a
Maybe,
very
we
high
don't know.
concentration of goop that way. We can go
We
around the
can
corner if you want,
all over this place.
I guess. Do you want to go to the goop?
You already
Also,
killed someone.
do we know what the eyes are for?
You don't.
We are suspecting it's an beholder-shaped door where you have to put the eyes in, so we are missing one.
Yeah.
Lucia would
okay, what
definitely know that the beholder has
Okay.
10 eye sockets.
Don't we still
Shall we
have
head
a
down
floating
this corner
skull berating us?
That's right. You should have had disadvantage on your ability checks, attack rolls,
Oh,
Abby.
God, yeah. It wasn't attack rolls, it was just ability checks.
Just ability checks? Okay. Good to know.
Yeah.
Is it ability checks and saving throws? Or is it just ability checks?
I'm so sorry for mentioning it. I was looking
I
for
forgot.
the
I even
saw
put
a skull
a yellow
with a
marker on your
crystal
token so
icon.
I wouldn't forget, but then I forgot anyway.
Oh, that's what that was for.
Yeah. And then I forgot anyway. That's room 40 was where the information about the wish spell or 10,000 gold pieces of gemstones fed to it. Yeah, just ability checks.
Yeah.
You can, if it's caught in a sphere of magical silence, the ability will stop too.
Yeah.
Or if you're deafened, the disadvantage is because he's commenting on your shit. So if you can get the skull to shut up magically or deafen yourself.
And we need to give him like 5,000 gold
10,000.
worth of gems?
He
10,000
eats
gold worth of
10,000
gems?
gold pieces worth of gemstones. Then he will be teleported back to his pedestal.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, shall we... So where do we want to head? Around the corner, through the door?
Yeah. If you want to give me a stealth check, just appear around the corner. You could. Although I would suggest it not being Elspeth, because there's a skull.
You know what? Olaf can turn invisible, so Olaf is going to turn invisible.
Absolutely,
Oh,
you
Olaf.
can. So Olaf,
I'll be back.
You don't even need to give me a cell check because the Belchors cannot hear through the mold. So even if there's an eye stuck up, he won't be able to see you. You turn around the corner and you see that the corridor turns and there's a gigantic mirror in front of you, which I'll describe to you. You don't see yourself in it, obviously, because you're invisible. It ends in a large door with a round mirror set into its surface. 10 circular indentations, each about an inch across, surround the mirror.
We're missing one, aren't we? We have 9.
Yes.
It's always annoying, but it's like the one little bit of the puzzle that's missing. And guys, there's one unexplored section of this level.
So that is what you see.
So
it
I'll
looks
go
like
back out of the LOS and I'll report back that information.
Yeah.
We might have to open that door after all. We've typically found eyeballs in a container of some kind, right?
Yeah, or hidden on a
being
pedestal.
held by
that
a
sort of thing. Yeah.
But never inside of an entity or something like that.
No, not yet. There was up, as mentioned before, up towards the potion room. There was a corridor where Gondor felt a pressure plate that he was heavy enough to trigger, so you could go investigate that. That seems to be
I
a
feel like
place.
that's just another trap. Though.
There was also what is clearly a trapped room through this door here. Although you don't know if it would trigger because the Tomb Guardian was only looking into the corridor, not the room itself.
Yeah. My main concern is that pressure plate could be another like body splitting trap, like a few weeks ago.
Entirely possible.
It could be something like that.
You did find there was, in this corridor here, there was a beheading trap. And there was also
Which
a
I
beheading
have
trap
stolen.
over here with the Lord of the Feast.
Lord of the Thieves?
That was a gigantic boar head that almost killed Sven.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I get confused. They just use the generic, like, demon's mouth for every wall statue.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have splurged
So,
a little bit
yeah.
to get, like, some variation.
Yeah. These are the mats from the books, so that's on Wizards.
They probably have their own internal map-making software that I'm thinking about it.
Probably.
No,
Well-
they're pretty sure they get people to draw them.
Really?
They just have like a style sheet, probably.
The tomb ones are in full color, which is nice. A lot of them are just black and white.
Well,
So-
I mean, like, the blobs, but, like, the actual, like, layouts of the dungeon. Anyways,
Very
let's get
warm.
on track. It's been very warm all
While
week.
you go to make a decision, I'm going to go turn my fan on.
Okay. So,
That's like
round the
fun,
corner,
So this
Go
quarter...
for-
Yeah, go on.
go for the pressure plate then.
Yeah, we'll see what that triggers. I'll try and see if I can use my Artificer abilities and...
I'm going to have to do
Painted
activities in this room
another
later
trap.
that are going to be really gross if it's really hot in here.
That is very true.
What?
I feel you.
Organizing?
Sure. I may have
Sure.
revealed too much. I have
Organizing your...
a date tonight. Moving
Yeah,
on.
and you're going to be organizing furniture, yeah?
Yeah, organizing furniture with,
That's
with
what
my
like,
partner.
yeah, that's
Yep, that's what it is.
Oh, buddy.
Where do you want to go?
I think we're going to backtrack to the pressure plate.
Backtrack the pressure plate. Very good. As you do so, you're going to have to hop across this area here. So narrate to me, how do you get back across the floating platform room?
Same way that we did the Elspeth has enough
Oh, wait.
movement speed to
The
carry
rope would still
someone.
be
And,
tied across, wouldn't it?
oh yeah,
You could just
yeah, we had a rope.
vault your way back over. As you do so, I would like one or any of you that you would like to roll me a d20. If it is a 16 or higher, it's a problem.
Oh,
There you go.
I'm drinking too much today.
So place yourselves in the platforms across the room, wherever you would have been.
Like,
I mean, aren't most
again,
people
right?
on the, like, line?
Yeah, we'd just be like
Very good.
somewhere over there.
I would be doing the jumping again instead of climbing the line because
Basically,
it's easier for me.
this is the check. You've been on this floor long enough that the Tomb Guardians are coming through to start cleaning things up. So we're going to have a random encounter here. So you are making your way across when, from either side of the Nikolov statue, a tomb dwarf and a tomb guardian appear. Actually, no, they wouldn't be able to get through that crawl space, would they?
Too big.
Too big. No, they could squeeze through the crawl space. They're medium size. They could squeeze down through a small space. Tomb guardians are just nasty. So, tokens, creatures and monsters. T for tomb. So if you want to click on your characters and roll some initiative.
Actually, I want to try that alleged update.
Alleged
Nope.
update.
Nope, doesn't work. They still suck.
They lied.
So it looks like the tomb dwarf is directing the tomb guardian to come through. You don't know exactly what they're doing here specifically, but they definitely spot you guys as you're crossing over. So there's going to be no surprise around here. Just straight up combat.
My token selected. My ephemerid selected.
That is everybody. Standing order. So Olaf, do you have high enough strength to have been hopping across the platforms?
I was gonna mention I would be hopping across the ones I can do and then like jumping up to the
Absolutely.
rope.
So you're not
I need
currently
to.
suspended from a rope. So you're good.
Yeah, because this was a close enough jump for me to get across.
So you look up and you see that one of those nasty dwarf wights has appeared behind the Nightglass statue. He pulls on a little leash. Tomb Guardian comes out of the darkness. Tomb Dwarf points down at you guys and growls something in Dwarvish, which you speak. It says, "Over there, get them."
I wonder if I just say something in Dwarvish and it would just make the Tomb Guardian like kill them or what. Like if it's like, oh, if you receive a command in Dwarvish. I feel like that's not going to be the case, but it'd be really funny.
Mr. Electric, kill him.
Dr. Octopus, remove his limbs.
He should be send him into the principal's office and have him expelled.
I'm gonna try. It's like in Dwarvish at the Tomb Guardian. Never mind. Stay. See if that does anything. But then I'm gonna
You
try
want
and
a command
cast.
to it? You're using a spell here or what?
Oh, I'm just gonna see if just speaking to it in Dwarvish would work. I'm not trying anything really
No.
mechanical. And then I'm gonna cast. Is there a metal? Is the creature wearing metal?
Yes.
Tomb Guardian?
Both of no, I don't think so.
Tomb Guardian's not
Tomb
wearing
Guardian
metal?
is in leathers. He is carrying an axe though. And then the Tomb Dwarf is carrying an axe but is wearing leathers. The Tomb Guardian is encased in metal. So, if you want to heat metal, it can't get out of it. You could also make the Tomb Dwarf drop his axe.
I'd like to cast heat metal, please. DC 16 Constitution save.
On which of them? The Dwarf or the Guardian?
Guardian, because they have an aversion to fire as well.
Gotcha. Sorry, I'm reading something real quick. So con save?
Yeah, please, 16.
Magic resistance would come into effect. Oop, that's the wrong one. It has advantage on a con save, which it is not proficient in. That is a 20.
That's unfortunate.
So-
That's unfortunate for me.
Then nothing happens at that, right? From heat metal?
I believe so.
Or is it still
no,
hurt?
heat,
Just
heat metal is just no save, but they
Yeah.
need to make a con save not to drop their weapon.
gotcha. So it doesn't matter. You deal the
Right.
damage to it either way.
Right, but it can't, like, drop its encasing, so it'll just take the damage. And also be panicking because of its aversion to fire. Or does it
Yep.
have to see fire rather
Yeah.
than take fire damage?
If it takes fire damage.
Then yippee. That thing is basically immobilized at this point.
No, it just has disadvantage on its attacks.
Oh, isn't it scaredy pants now?
Well, that's the disadvantage, yes.
Okay, fair.
And it's still the start of its next turn. Or, sorry, the end of its next turn. So it is frightened from the fire.
Yep, and I don't think I'm going to move again, so I'll stay there.
Sorry, type in real quick. I was going to do this beforehand, but I forgot. These Tomb Guardians are meant to be customized. So there is a baseline one, and then there is a example of a customized one, as well as the ones with barbed wire between them. But you're supposed to be customizing them as you go on the fly. It's hard to do in Roll20 because I actually have to type out the things that are special about each one. Absolutely, you cast heat metal on this thing. The armor that encases this particular Tomb Guardian begins to glow. In that glow, I think... who's got the highest passive perception? What's our highest passive perception?
Probably very likely me with 21.
21? With your dark vision, very easily you can see that the bits of flesh that are exposed between the metal that is now glowing, this thing has scales. So it would appear to be another Dragonborn that is this Tomb Guardian is made out of.
What color scales?
You see with dark vision, glowing because of the light.
It's a lantern. There's the lantern right next to it.
Copper. So this would be
Copper.
acid.
I shall relay that information on the burn.
The Heart of Uptau.
You did leave a copper Dragonborn in the Heart of Uptau.
Well, maybe he's not in the Heart of Uptau anymore.
You send off your heat metal spell. Any bonus action?
Nope. And Fenrir is probably just to stay there with me, but move to the forward so we can get to the next round.
Gotcha.
If Zaka is gonna be a Tomb Guardian, I'm gonna...
Moving on, the Tomb Guardian gets to go. So the Tomb Guardian is freaked out from the fire. That is going to possibly affect its jumping. Attack rolls and ability checks. I don't think it needs to make a check to jump. No, its strength is high enough it can easily jump over here. It is going to move here. And then, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I will have it make... it's going to try to jump to the next platform, but it's just at the edge of its movement, so I'm going to have it make an athletics check with disadvantage twice because of the fire and also the... oh no, just the fire is causing the disadvantage. So, athletics check,
falls to its
disadvantage.
Death, maybe?
Possible. Athletics... a 12. I think it's reasonable. I think it's going to catch itself, is the trade-off. So it is currently hanging off the edge here.
So we could burst it off with something.
Potentially, yes. It is hanging off the edge. From its hanging position, it can probably just see Lucia, but it's only been able to hit one person with its puke. So from its hanging position, you watch as this torrent of acid begins spewing out of the hole in the center of its helmet. Lucia, give me a dexterity saving throw, please, as it tries to puke acid breath at you.
21.
Okay. 21, you succeed, so you only take 6 acid damage.
No.
With nothing.
No, I don't.
Nothing. With evasion, you take nothing.
No.
Very good. So he is
Hooray
now
for being an expert for once.
hanging there, out of movement, out of action. I don't think he has any special bonus actions. Out of bonus actions. Very good. With that, we move on to your turn, Lucia.
I am gonna get out my new shiny fancy bow. Thank you, Nare. and I'll shoot the guy. Do I have advantage or not, considering he's dangling off the thing?
The fire thing would go away. I'm going to treat him as prone for the purpose of range attack, so it'll be disadvantage. But if you do hit him, I'm going to have him make a strength save to maintain hold down.
Well, I'm going to shoot at him with disadvantage. It's a 17, which I think misses.
That is its AC, so you do hit.
Heck yeah. So it's 18 piercing.
18 piercing.
Oh, that's a max roll.
You know what? I'll make it a concentration check. Immune to poison, because they're dead.
Yeah.
So 18, this is magical damage, I believe, from your bow? From this
Yes,
Serpent Fang bow? Good. So it takes that damage, so it needs to pass a DC 10 concentration check to keep holding onto the ledge. This is normal. With critical failure, it falls. So this is 50 feet to the bottom of the pit. So could you roll me 4d6 for fall damage, I think?
That would be 16.
I'll give it a dex save for half. Actually, no, it's falling. Its dex save was going to be able to hang on. It takes 16 falling damage as it hits the bottom.
Lovely.
It slams into the bottom of the pit. Prone.
Then I want to use my bonus action to shadow step onto this platform.
Sure can.
And I'm going to shoot the tomb dwarf.
Go for it.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Because of shadow.
You know what? I think I'm going to give him a cover bonus. Because he's about as tall as the railing. But,
I crit.
Never mind. Do your damage. Again, poison isn't going to do much against an undead. But you
15.
Deal 15 piercing damage, which is not nothing.
It's less than a non-crit.
That's alright.
Anyway, that's my turn.
Okay.
I like the bow. The bow is funny.
Very good.
Someone
Elspeth,
decided giving archers +8 damage on a thing is okay.
you're having no problems leaping between these platforms, so you make it daily to do so if you'd like.
I will just fire off an arc bolt at the Tomb Guardian.
Go for it. You ignore cover.
Just to make sure I know the big golem guys do the lightning thing. The Tomb Guardians, from what we know, they don't.
As far as you know, the Toon Dwarves are just whites. So they resist necrotic and non-magical damage, negated by silver. But nothing special.
I say the Tomb Guardian, the Tomb Dwarf, I will fire an arc bolt at.
Go for it.
Just 16, because it's not advantage, right?
Well, 16 would still hit. But 29 is bonkers.
12 lightning, and then I'll quicken another one.
Go for it.
14.
That is its AC, so you still hit.
Nice. So 30 damage in total.
Damn.
It has 18 hit points. So with that,
Nice.
you trivialize this encounter by killing our Toon Dwarf.
So
Doesn't even get a chance to regenerate.
Good job.
So Sven,
Wow.
I believe you would have been, your strength isn't high enough, so you would have been climbing on the rope for a lot of this. Also, you needed Riley.
My strength wasn't high enough?
To do
I
that.
have an 18.
Oh no, you should be able to pass over 2 squares in jumping distance. You should be fine then.
If I didn't have the magical items the magical item that increases my constitution and the magical blessing that increases my dexterity, strength would be my highest score.
Gotcha. This is the one that'll give you some trouble. Some of you trouble. But that's fine, you're fine.
Blah.
So you may continue.
No, I made it across it fine last time.
So you can see that copper Dragonborn Tomb Guardian is prone at the bottom of the pit, looks badly damaged, still glowing hot.
I see. What do I have? I technically have a longbow on me. Do I have arrows, though? I don't have arrows. I have a longbow, but I don't have arrows.
Chocolate spears.
You have normal arrows. You can have normal arrows. We'll say 20. You have 20 normal arrows.
I will shoot it with the longbow. Why? I think that hits. 11 piercing damage. Reduced because it's not magical.
Okay. Yep.
Another attack.
5 piercing. That'll hit again.
And another 3.
Another 3.
Yay.
Disadvantage because he's prone.
Oh, disadvantage. Okay.
Still hits.
What is up with
We'll just say you hit both and move on.
those rolls?
What about
Well, I
Gondor?
rolled okay, on the dice, I just rolled a 19, an 18, a 17, and an 18.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Nice.
Gondor and Yorm do nothing, because
Okay.
Yorm can only deal poison damage.
Gotcha.
Uh,
All right. Olaf,
and Gondor can't fly.
you are 55 feet away, so you could firebolt it with disadvantage if you wanted to make sure he's still fire reverse. Or you can do anything else you want.
Heat metal keeps going on.
Troop, roll the heat metal damage.
So
You do need to use your bonus action to cause the heat metal damage.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to do
Good
it.
idea.
Also, I have a 14th strength. Would I be able to?
I
without
think you'd
issue,
need to
jump
make a
across
check
most of
to do
these?
the 3 square one. But you'll be fine on the other ones.
But until the 3 square one.
yeah, you're
it's
fine on the other ones.
Okay, that's fine. That's all I really need.
Because
to
if you
know.
can clear at least 10 feet with a running jump, you're fine. It's you need to clear at least 15 feet with a running jump to get across that one, which is the sketchy one.
Yeah. Let me just take away the spell
9
slot.
fire
'cause I didn't
damage.
take it before. 9 fire damage.
It's looking fucked up down there.
2d8. I just didn't know the amount of damage.
2d8.
Anyways,
Okay.
I just posted my It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia
I saw, yeah.
gif when I thought of the thing hanging there.
Oh, no, you don't.
So, no, you don't! But it's just not even a fall. Anyways, I will then just use my movement to be in the dog.
Gotcha.
Flying
Ken,
over.
you're wearing Fenrir like a backpack. You're okay.
Yeah, he went backpack mode.
He is very heavy. I don't
Yes,
want to litigate that. You're fine. If you need to make a check, I'll
Thank
have you
you.
do it with disadvantage if he's on your back. But other than that, don't worry about it.
Fair. And that's it.
Okay. Tomb Guardian gets to go. Disadvantage, obviously, down there from the aversion to fire. He will use half his movement to stand up. He's 50 feet at the bottom of the pit with sheer walls. So how do you guys want to pop shot him to death?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I was listening to see if we just get to the other side, I'll keep concentrating on heat metal for, a minute, so I have, 8 more instances of 2d8. So I could do 16d8 damage and see if that kills him.
Absolutely, yeah.
If that's okay.
It's not difficult. Roll for it. He had 23 hit points left.
He's dead.
He's dead.
We just sort of, watch on the ledge of the balcony, looking over the balcony, as if we're trying to see what Mom's cooking. But it's just...
That's 600 XP each.
Nice.
Okay, do you want to investigate the body down there further or anything like that? Or do you want to leave it?
I do not want to risk going down there personally, but if anyone wants to go down there and look, I'd be happy to wait and pull them up if need be.
Probably just good to carry on.
Okay. In that case, you carry on. So we can all move ourselves back up to the top of the reflecting room. Now, would you guys do the trident thing again, or do you want to risk? You want to find out what that curtain of water does?
Hell no, it'll be some shit like, now you are a fascist. But I wasn't really a fascist.
I believe that would be
What
chaotic evil.
become fascist?
Yes, you can use the trident to pass through the curtain of water. Perfectly fine, no big worries. There's this crawl space here. Now,
This
who
one here.
wants to try out the crawl space and find out what happens?
Oh, I can see the little dip here.
You see nothing.
I still think it's a really, really bad idea, but I guess we gotta. Any
What's the
volunteer?
weight threshold? Did we figure out the weight threshold?
More than
'Cause I-
Gondor.
More than a snake.
And Gondor
But
is...
I took apart one of these traps, so can I know the weight threshold for that trap?
Well, generally, traps are going to be around the 10 to 15 pounds. Gondor is under that, so Gondor didn't trigger.
So if we give Gondor a lot of food to eat,
I was thinking literally get like, make a bowling ball, have Fenrir roll it down until something happens.
Can't Fenrir go in? Fenrir is heavy, right?
You could. No,
I don't want Fenrir to die.
Fenrir specifically isn't heavy enough to trigger the trap. I know how much weight triggers the trap, and there's no way Gondor weighs this much.
But yeah, I was thinking you literally just have, like, Fenrir boop forward a ball or something with his nose.
I mean, if you want to Metroid Fenrir in there, you absolutely can.
Oh no, he has a ball that he's pushing.
Do you have a ball?
Not that he's the ball. I was gonna make one out of just metal and make it heavy.
And
then he rolls it like an Atlas stone.
Each of your ingots is a pound. So how many do you want to commit to this?
I can get them back, can't I? After
Theoretically, unless something bad happens to them. Yes, theoretically.
Let's have a look around here. So anything we can use.
I have rope. We could use like a 50-foot rope and wrap it around a thing, and that's like 10 pounds all by itself.
True.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good to me.
Or 20 pounds.
I'll
just
commit 5.
Keep in mind what you're committing to it, and tell me how much weight you want it to be that Fenrir is going to push down this passageway. Your canary dog in a coal mine.
I will commit 10 pounds of rope.
Okay. You can also just put this in a big sack.
Yeah. I'll give it 5 ingots and we'll make some.
So 5 pounds.
We'll make
so
the
15
world's
pounds.
first soccer ball.
Okay, so 15 pounds. Is that the weight you want to go for?
Fuck it, I'll go for 10, make it an even 20.
Okay. 20 pounds. Anybody else going to add on to that? Or you want to stick it at 20?
I don't have anything else that's heavy.
Oh, you got weapons and shit. Armor.
I have I have javelins. Oh no, that's only 2 pounds each. That's not much.
I don't really have anything that's that heavy either.
Okay.
I have like another thing of rope.
Just put all your rope in a bag.
one big rope ball.
No, but then we lose all our rope.
I mean, you could put the Hellfire Halberd in there. I don't think it's morally right to use that.
Yeah.
Hellfire Glaive, it's 6 pounds.
The thing is, it's also the size restriction. So, that's why I was going for like a ball or something, because then you could just roll it along as you squeeze.
It's about 3 feet across. 3 foot diameter.
So yeah. It'd be annoying to like fit a halberd around there, so we could just go with the 20-pound ball and then we'll see.
20-pound sack? Alright. So Gondor, Fenrir picks up this 20-pound sack and starts crawling through the tunnel.
Yeah, he's not picking it up, by the way. He's pushing it.
Pushing it? Gotcha. How far in do you want him to push it? What's the process here? Is he going to be...
Do we know where the pressure plate was?
Gondor would have told Sven. Roughly halfway down this section of...
I'm going to have him move in 5-foot increments, if that's
5 foot
okay.
increments? All right. In that case, Fenrir is shoving this bag along. Unfortunately, Fenrir, where the pressure plate is past 5 feet from the end of this effect. The other thing is you don't quite meet the weight threshold with the sack. So Fenrir is going to have to step on the pressure plate himself.
So he'll know where it is now, though.
Yeah. So he's shuffling along, and he triggers the pressure plate. If you're going to allow me to do that.
Well, no. If he knows where the pressure plate is without triggering it, but if he doesn't find it by just going in the normal way.
How intelligent is your dog companion?
I feel like a 4-int. Last I checked. 4-int, and I'll just check a dire wolf if we wanted to.
I think he could take simple dog commands. I don't think you're going to be able to give him the fine minutia of, if this doesn't work, come back.
Well, he'll keep going.
Exactly.
And he won't trigger it himself, so he'll just come down the other side.
Well, no, the point is he will trigger. He's going to be pushing this along.
What?
The entire floor is the pressure plate. He has to walk over the section of floor that it is on. So if you send him in there to find where the pressure plate is, he's going to trigger.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know. The semantic is that he He like boops it forward, steps, boops it forward, steps.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does Fenrir count as a creature?
He does.
Yeah.
If I give him my Eerie token, could I see through Fenrir's eyes?
Oh yeah, you could.
Then I would ask Naue to give the Eerie token to Fenrir. We would put it in the
It's,
little pocket.
fingernail? Is it a fingernail?
It's a fingernail, yeah.
Yeah. So you hand this fingernail into Six Whiskers, who opens a little hatch on the top of Fenrir's head and takes his fingernail, looking disgusted.
It plugs it in like a USB port,
Exactly.
and you hear like the dum dum dum.
So you can now see through Fenrir's eyes. In that case, you can communicate for Olaf to yell back. So yeah, in that case, Fenrir doesn't trigger the trap. You know where the pressure plate. Pressure plate is the 5-foot square in the middle there.
Yeah. Okay.
50 pounds.
So that I'm
50
gonna
pounds.
mark it. 50 pounds. Okay. I'm gonna mark it now, and then I'm
And the
gonna
seams
go in as
with Lucia's perception, the seams are indeed the indentations on the map.
So that's the whole trap, right?
Well, the effect.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the effect.
I mean, we might need to trigger the pressure plate. Because, like, this is just a loop, right? It just goes around in a circle.
As far as you can tell, yeah.
Well, that's the pressure. Like, okay, well, we know what the pressure plate is now. I'd like to go in there and do a perception check.
Okay. With your goggles at
Right?
night, give me a perception check.
Yeah. If that's okay. I've got 84 HP. What's the worst that could happen? 32 fireballs! Normal perception.
10,000 Dracula.
No! Oh, they're all wearing jetpacks!
I mean-
10.
There's a seam on the floor. It's like just a what am I thinking of? Like, this is weird. You know those extendable like telescoping rod things that like you get on a
Yeah.
selfie stick? Like a seam like that. It's like the between two bricks of a tunnel. There's just a gap that's a little too large to be regular stone gaps. So clearly there's a seam in the tunnel where you're standing roughly, and then you can see further down there's a section of stone that is slightly lower than the other ones, or slightly higher than the other ones, which would imply that
Okay.
it gets triggered.
I'm gonna...
You can also
Hey.
smell a rotting corpse.
So then something's died in there.
You don't see anything there.
Yeah, it'll be beneath this telescopic section. Lucia, I can't quite see anything. Could you go in there and have a look? And I'll indicate exactly where the pressure plate is and everything I could see at least with a 10.
Yeah.
At least if Lucia's willing, that is.
You're muted by the way, Mia. If you want to respond.
He's dead.
She's
dead!
So yeah, if you want to find out what this is, you're gonna have to do better than Olaf, or put at least 50 pounds of pressure on that plate. It'll find out how to do that.
No. I simply refuse to play into your little schemes.
We don't even know what it is. It might really just be a trap for people that are too curious. That ends up, I don't know, squishing us together. Like someone condensing garbage in a bin.
Well, perhaps should we explore the rest of the floor first then?
What else is there actually?
There's
The room is
that,
wide.
what is clearly a trap room. You could just go and kill the Tomb Guardian, and then the trap can't get triggered.
How about we kill the Tomb Guardian and then see
Yeah.
what is in there? Because maybe it is in there. But we know we are missing one eye, and knowing the Lich, it will be somewhere here.
This is taking more time, which means more bad things can happen to you.
Yeah, let's go back and kill that Tomb Guardian then.
So, all of the mold would have grown back at this point. You know how to firebolt them. So what I'll have is 2 d20 rolls. 1 to see if more random encounters find you. 1 to see if you get shot with any eye stalks. The threshold for both is 16. And then, however much higher you get from 16 determines how bad it is. Another 20.
What? Stop fucking rolling dice, Mia!
So I think that's another Guardian
All
encounter.
the rolling 20s is good, okay?
Let's
I
see
rolled
about
like 5 to session.
Let's see about the eye stalks.
Please, someone else roll it.
Another.
I'll roll it.
Ah.
No, yeah.
God.
No, that one's fine. So you don't get hit with any ice
That's
socks. You're able to
fine.
burn them before they become a problem for you. However, let's say you guys are on the stairwell. I think you're going to get some more Tomb Guardians in there.
So we're here, roughly.
Yeah. Roll me a d4, somebody.
Mia, keep your hands off the dice. 1.
Oh, thank you, Abby.
In that case, you're only going to encounter one Tomb Guardian.
It could have been 4. The XP, Abby. I thought you graduated. It's simple math. 4 dice give more XP than 1.
The thing that is special about this Tomb Guardian, though, as you come around the corner, this Tomb Guardian has a gigantic ball of stone, which he's rolling in front of him. So I'm going to
Who need that?
everybody who's in this room. You guys can roll me. Let's see, you guys are over here. You can roll me a perception checks. If you pass the threshold of 20, you spot him before he gets to kick this ball down the stairs at you guys.
25.
Yeah, you're fine. So you hear the grinding sound of the stone at the top of the stairwell. So you are going to be able to let everybody in on the warning.
Oh my god, it's Monkey Ball.
Super Monkey Ball. I love that game.
So you get initiative roll. Roll your initiatives. Oh, for fucking 1, of course. No, you know what? He's prepared. He'll get to roll it again.
Oof.
All right, the 5.
Yeah, you fuck. I'll let my child go after me. It's what the parents would do.
That's you, Riley. 18 for Sven. I'll add that
Does
to
it
manual.
just say before or after?
No, I got added this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, last time the initiative was rolled for some reason wasn't shown on the tracker at all.
Okay.
As in, I didn't see it in chat either.
So Sven, before the surprise round happens, you're alerted to what is going on. You can tell that the Tomb Guardian is preparing to shove this stone down. He has total cover from you at the moment. He's at the top of the stairs.
I am going to run. What's my speed?
If
40?
you're you're on the side, wouldn't you be able to see him because you would look at the side of him?
You would, although he is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet above you around a corner. I think you'd have total cover from Elspeth.
Sad.
Okay, I can't get within range. I'm going to get over here, I guess.
You certainly can.
And-
Run across.
And we're going to tell Yorm and Gondor to get out of the way.
Very good.
I think Gondor kind of goes over to this spot. And Yorm, who I'm pretty
be the
sure
bottom.
has... sorry, I need to find Yorm's... There she is. Yorm... Fly 60. She can reach him. So she's just gonna fly. Yeah, she can reach him in plenty of time, so she's gonna bite him.
Okay, go for it.
I don't know if it'll do any damage to him, but she's gonna bite him. That's a 9.
It's
She
a miss.
She hisses at him.
Yeah, she hisses at him. She goes up, flies up, tries to bite him. Pings off the armor. Moving on. Olaf. Again, total cover from you at the moment. You can see that there's just a giant stone ball up there. Looks like a Dark Souls encounter, honestly.
I'll
Yeah,
go
we'll
one
see.
further so people can get through this corridor.
I'm just gonna dash and get there, and so is the dog, if that's alright.
Absolutely.
So that we're just out of LOS of this ball.
Gotcha. Lucia, you get the next action. Oh, you're muted, by the way, Mia. If you're here. Okay, we might have to circle back around to Mia. Abby,
Yeah.
would you roll me a d20 on a roll of above a 10? The stone bounces on the corner here and continues rolling.
9.
Okay, so it doesn't bounce. However, Lucia would be the only one possibly affected, which means that we need to wait for Mia's turn. He's going to kick the ball down the stairs.
Okay.
It rolls on this way. But we need to wait for Mia to get here, so she can tell us what she's going to do.
I think I know.
I mean, I'm gonna just
There you
have
are.
a dodge roll.
It's your turn.
Sorry, I was peeing. I'm gonna dodge
Well, you
because
have
I'm
a
waiting
turn.
for the guy to come down.
Gotcha. In that case, Tomb Guardian's turn. He's going to kick the ball down. Thump, 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 thump. With your dodge action, you get advantage on your dexterity saving throw to resist. And if you succeed, you take no damage. It's just a DC 15.
Didn't we all go out of the way?
No, you're right at the precipice.
I specifically went on around the corner here.
Okay. In that case, you stepped out of the way. You're fine.
I mean, I can give you a roll because I have advantage as well. There you go. I dodge.
My point is you were adjacent to it, so there's a chance you could get slammed by it as it passed by you. That's fine. The rock slams against the wall here, shatters everywhere. Nobody's within 5 feet of it, so you don't take any of the splash damage. So that was the Tomb Guardian's action to kick that. It's going to turn around. He's going to make a slam attack against Yorm as his second attack. 13 bludgeoning against Yorm. And then it's Elspeth's turn.
Okay. I can't really do much against these guys, so
Total cover from you anyway, because of the angle.
yeah. You guys got this. I believe in you. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, very nice.
Where did I put where's my stamina?
Bardic inspiration at the D0.
Everybody that's
0 to 0.
Lucia, Sven, and Olaf, give me perception checks.
Sure, buddy. My rolls have been very low at the beginning and then very high.
So Olaf, you don't catch
I'm
this.
not perceiving.
But Sven and Lucia, you get, when the ball rolled past you, just a massive stink of oil, like lantern oil. It seems that this stone ball had a bunch of oil inside of it that had just drained all over the stairs and on the ground around you. So there's now an oil trail from where the Tomb Guardian is down the hallway.
My one true instinct is to light it, you know?
Yeah,
Sven,
light
what
it
do you
on
want to do?
fire. I'm gonna light it on fire.
Okay, yeah, you ignite the sword. Lucia and Sven, I need both of you to make dexterity saving throws. As
It's gonna
the
explode.
trail of
but
oil
it's funny.
ignites. DC 15 again.
23.
You're fine, no damage.
You know what? With this, I'm gonna say I'm just dodge a okay.
Initiative order.
Why are-
Sven gets to ignite on their turn. Okay, you're fine. You'll take half damage from it. So, Sven, 66, please. Roll me 66. And I'll give the Tomb Guardian his dex save as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Tomb Guardian takes 22 fire damage. And you take half of that. You take half at 11. 11 fire damage. As the conflagration ignites in front of you. There's a big whoosh of flame.
Yorm flies over here, says she's out to, she disengages as an action.
Well, she
goes
wasn't.
over there.
She wasn't anywhere where the oil was, so she's fine.
Yeah, no, but like after my turn ends, that's what she's gonna do, so
Gotcha.
that she's not in danger from the Tomb Guardian, because she can't do anything to it.
Gotcha. So we now have a line of fire. This line all here is igniting with a very hot burn. If you move into that space or start your turn there, you take 2d6 fire.
Yeah.
With that, it now becomes Olaf's turn.
Fire.
I mean, I can't do much.
Fair.
Except, reach around the corner and use a big gun.
Okay.
I don't have a gun now, do I? I'll have to make a gun next res. I'll do a fireball.
So you can lean over the fire, but it'll have some cover from you if you do so. If you want to get a clear shot at it, you're going to have to stand in the fire.
I will just let it have a little bit of cover for me.
Gotcha.
What's the worst that could happen?
Miss.
13, that misses. I go back in shame,
Gotcha.
and the
Anything
dog
about
just
Fender?
stand there.
Gotcha.
The dog ready in action to attack, but
So,
also doing...
Lucia, this area is now brightly lit.
Great. I just when this looks like sometimes you shouldn't let the impulsive thoughts win.
I have the God of Impulse in my brain right now, so...
I'm looking at this fire. I'm not stepping in the fire. I cannot teleport because it's bright light here.
Yep.
I cannot shoot around the corner. You know what? I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna sit down in a meditative stance. I'm just gonna use my action to meditate to calm my mind.
Valid. So the Tomb Guardian has taken enough damage that it's going to roll to see if it goes berserk, which means it would ignore its fire disadvantage. Nope. It is going to charge through the fire. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Sven, could you please roll me 2d6 to see how much fire he takes?
But if you want to turn this off, just go back to New Game Plus, and it's Sven.
Are you?
Yes. Then it returns it back.
Mia's doing something. Watching some sort of...
Mia's watching
Elden Ring?
Dark Souls. Mia's playing Elden Ring, watching Dark Souls 3 content.
Always.
Nice.
Always.
So the Tomb Guardian takes more fire damage. It is then going to run up and try to slam Fenrir twice with disadvantage because of the fire.
Fenrir was holding an action to attack.
Oh, absolutely. You can do that first.
I mean, it won't be a lot. Allies within 5 feet. I
Yes.
think if that's how power attack is.
No, 5 feet to the enemy, so that wouldn't trigger here.
Yeah, sort of to check.
Oh, Fenrir hits.
23
Go for it.
natural, 7 force.
7 force.
then
So that is
he's
a
making strength
14
saving
and a
throw.
9.
Question, can it do the fucking takedown?
It goes prone.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It does the takedown of the fucking reaction attack. That's hilarious. Just, fuck you, buddy.
It already has disadvantage. Does a 14 hit him?
14, might not hit him. Let me just check. No, 15 on AC.
Okay, so no damage as it tries to slam Fenrir. I think with the dragging and the burning, I think Fenrir is going to have to take some fire damage though. So Fenrir can give me a dex save. DC 15.
Sure thing.
And you roll me 2d6, Riley, to see how much fire damage Fenrir might take. 19, so we take
19.
half of 6, so 3 fire damage on Fenrir. Elspeth, you now have a clear shot on this thing, as does Waxanre. Actually, prone. So you're fine. Nari will have disadvantage.
Yeah, I still have no ranged attacks that are really worth using against this thing.
I mean, you could heal it.
You guys want me to make this a bit harder? Is this a bit easy for us at this point?
No, thank you, dear, but thank you for asking.
Ben already made it harder, and Lucia is not fighting at the moment.
I'll have Moxanre just fire to Eldritch Blast with disadvantage. Bob.
Both, the first one hits. Second one misses.
Nice. 12 force damage.
12 force damage. Tomb Guardian's looking fucked up. Back to you, Sven.
Amazing.
Your plan seems to have worked.
Yay. I'm gonna attack the Doom Guardian.
Yeah, so you don't need to worry about taking any fire damage yourself, but you can attack with your greatsword.
Yeah. Rawr.
With advantage because he's prone.
Ooh, advantage. Very nice. Rawr. Why is it rolling in the... Well, I rolled a 19 on the dice, plus 8 is a 27.
Well, it hits.
I don't know
D&D Beyond is busted. And specifically D&D Beyond.
Beyond 20 is not working properly.
Does it ever?
Oh, and that one's a natural 20.
So it has 45 hit points. If you could pass that, it's dead.
I I'm just gonna post my beautiful natural 20 in the.
Oh, I believe
It has. It's a big B.
Hey, there you go.
Yippee!
Okay,
that's gonna
so
be-
the first.
Yippee!
46 and then 8d6. So a total of 12d6.
The
plus
first
your
one is
strength modifier
15, or the natural 20 is 15 damage,
Yep.
and the other one is 8.
Okay, it is still up. Which means
Wait, no, that was. The 15 was 66, but it didn't roll the extra 2d6.
okay.
So an extra 2. Or
Gotcha.
4 fire damage.
Looking real fucked up. Are your companions
Arr.
going to do anything, or are they going to stay well clear of the fire?
They're gonna stay well clear of the fire.
Okay.
Gondor and Yorm both do no magical damage, so
Gotcha. So Olaf,
yeah.
you have it has cover from you and disadvantage because it's prone currently, but you could shoot it if you want to.
Oh, I'm gonna. Oh no, I can't. Never mind.
Or would you want
Yeah,
to step
don't
back?
do it,
You
or-
could step back and clear a space for Olaf.
I would provoke opportunity attacks.
You
It's
would?
prone. Can it do opportunity attacks while prone?
Yep.
It can, but it has disadvantage.
It has
obviously.
disadvantage anyway because it's burning. So you
I
wanna risk
guess
it?
I'll step back.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that'll be a disadvantage slam attack. Miss. You're fine.
Miss.
Olaf, you want to finish her off?
Yep, I don't
It
think I
has
attacked my hammer,
18
so my
hit
boom
points now.
hammer is charged and ready to go. So if I hit twice, this thing is dead with my
Probably.
boom damage.
AC 17. Hits. 8 and 9 for a total of 17 bludgeoning.
Plus 3 force from the first
And then it
attack.
doesn't matter. So you cave this thing's head in, or however you want to kill it.
Its limbs, its entire torso is just mush.
Yeah, you cave it in. Fire burns for 3 rounds and then fades. Elspeth can pick her way around. Elspeth and Ari can pick their way around over the ash. This one was just a normal human adventurer. Nobody you recognize inside of the suit. And that's 360 XP.
600 as well, or what?
360 XP.
260, okay. Oh, right, before there was the dwarf as well.
Yeah.
That's why there's the discrepancy.
Oh, yeah, the dwarf used a shitload of XP. For some reason.
The whites are CR 5, I think. They're pretty rough. Something like that.
What's our next XP threshold? Is like 63,000 or something?
It's a lot.
64,000.
There is a chance we get it if we have like big things, but
So you're
I
continuing
mean,
on. Sorry.
yeah, because of a holder, we have a good chance of like getting
there's
there.
the holder where there's still 2 more levels and then the hacks.
Yeah.
So
So who wants to go in and try to fuck with the Tomb Guardian in here?
just looking over to Olaf and his invisibility.
I mean, that's not...
I'm still vibing here. I'm meditating. I'm doing all right. My mind is a river that is so calm you can't even hear it run.
I could
Nice.
go invisibly. I could go invisibly in this door. Is the direction? Can I get a little arrow to indicate where the Tomb Guardian is actually facing?
To the south. The
south.
clear wall there.
So through the windows, if they see the door opening, they know something that's happening. But what I could do is I could go around this side, go through this, which I've already disabled, and see what's in this area. Because that's blocked off.
You could peer down, yes.
So I
But this
just like
from the crawlway, that window is a wall. It's a one-way wall.
yes, they can see us, but we can't see it. All I really want to do is explore more of this room before we take out the Guardian.
Okay, yeah. You could circle back around and have it peer down. You look down in the hole. I will tell you what you see.
I'll just move myself down. Sorry, I'm phasing through the wall right now. It's one of my special abilities, the
Gotcha.
ninjutsu.
Ninjutsu. So you pass by. There's no indication there's a transparent wall here anyway. You look down there. You can see that there's the room below looks like a tube on its side, the south end tapers, so it looks like the inside of an ice cream cone.
So this
And you can see that on the room below the crawl space there. You can see that the room is magically lit, just sort of an ambient light. There's no specific source of it. And all around the conical chamber below, there are carvings of demons with flickering flames. Sorry, that's where that is coming from. There's carvings of demons throughout the cylinder with flickering flames in their eyes. The other thing that you can see is 3 of the demons at different spots in the room are each holding what looks like a keyhole. And then there's an actual indentation of a keyhole where each of them have their hands held out. These demon carvings.
So, sorry, how many keyholes are there?
3.
Like proper keyholes, not the keys that we found.
Yeah, they look like proper keyholes. So the carvings of the demons, there's a bunch of them just circling around this cone, like I was saying. All of them seem to be laughing and have a grand old time. 3 of them in particular, opposite sides of the room from each other, roughly halfway through the room. Each of them is holding what looks like just a padlock, essentially, holding out to facing the room itself.
Might be a mislead, to be honest.
Do you want to drop down there and find out?
No. I'm gonna get more of this area revealed to me as I sort of walk through more.
I mean, sure, I can show you that. There's nothing spoilery on the map itself. There is alien goop down there, but I won't have you roll for...
Yeah, I'm not going to be identifying it.
But there's a chance that the mold in there would see you if you head down there.
Okay, so this is some kind of, conical, hole.
No, that's a hole that drops down, like a vent in the ceiling. Right. Drops down into this room that is shaped like the inside of an ice cream cone. It is perfectly round. There's no floor. The mold is just sort of stuck to the walls.
Okay. Yeah, there's keyholes or whatever. Right. I'll go back to the party and report this.
Okay. Be very cautious.
I mean, yeah, the fucking...
on your way back...
Hippo Splitzer 9000.
On your way back, roll me a d10.
Sure thing, boss.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
That's
buddy.
great to hear about.
Buddy.
Wait a minute. Was this disabled?
Yeah, that's disabled. No, this is... you missed one of the eye stalks on your way back. You're taking too long, so I'm saying that one of the eye stalks is going to see you.
While invisible?
Fuck! You bastard. Never mind.
I'm engaged with the mechanics of the dungeon?
Got him!
Got him! Whoa! Whoa!
Don't we always have true sights or anything? Do they really not have that?
No, beholders don't have true sight.
They only have dark vision, I think, then.
Yeah.
We bubbies.
They can't innately see invisibility. Well, that's annoying.
Are we saving the disintegration ray for the next trigger, though?
Nah, I'll roll it.
Aww.
You know what? Somebody in this corridor, though, one of the bits of alien mold can shoot one of you guys. So everybody that isn't Guy can roll me a d20, and the lowest number will be the target.
We got an 18 and a 19.
Okay, so
Abby.
Abby.
Are you also there?
Yeah,
Roll a
I'm
d20.
here.
If you're the lowest, yeah. So
we
Abby,
also still have Nare.
do you want you or Nare to be the one that gets shot by the beholder?
Nare would die.
I'll
Nare would die.
I'll be shot. I'll be shot by
Okay,
it.
so roll me a d10. It could be one of the useless ones.
Yeah. Oof.
That's the death ray. So you can give me a dex save.
Okay, so I have resistance to
You
necrotic
do.
anyway, so I don't die to that. Fuck.
It could be 100.
No, it's 23.
23.
Yeah, 23 necrotic damage. And then you can
Fuck.
burn it. Gotcha.
Can't
You're
believe you
resistant.
got the death ray twice.
There we go. That's because you guys took too long. You're being overly cautious. What do you want to do now?
I guess kill the thing, see that it doesn't have the eye, and then go in the other thing that is potentially a trap.
So this Tomb Guardian is made of the remains of a half-orc. So it will have that thing where if it's reduced to 0 hit points, it has a chance to remain at 1 hit point. So rather than running this combat, everybody roll... no, you're going to have to single file your way in here. What's your approach?
No, because we could also come from the spiral staircase from another.
You could, but
floor.
you're still going to have to attack it at single file. So instead of rolling this in the long way, let's just go. Who's going into the room first to attack it? You're going to surprise it either way.
I don't mind going in.
I can go in and stun it.
That's true. Okay, Lucia, roll me your round of attacks.
What's the price around advantage?
Wait, 1 second. Spencer.
Yeah.
Would it be too much of a stretch to be invisible and already be in there and then Lucia show up and just absolutely gank this
As
thing?
soon as you open the door, it's going to know. But I suppose you could take your time.
From the crawl space.
Okay.
I mean...
Okay, let's
then
roll
I
initiative.
wait for the door to
but
be
we won't
opened.
play it on the battle map.
We're being tricksy little bitches, I'm sorry. I'm being a tricksy little bitch.
You little bitch.
Yeah, that's
Elspeth's
me.
initiative is purely for Wax anyway, because she can't do anything against these things without expending resources that
Okay.
she doesn't really want to.
So, surprise
One
round.
punch.
Lucia.
Was it advantage or not? I don't remember.
No, not for this one. So the 14 misses, but the 20 will hit.
Yay, it takes 5. I will use a key point to stunning
This is
strike
con
because
save.
that's how this game works.
22. Ah,
That's
yes,
it.
I resist. Nice.
I'm gonna key point flurry of blows, bang bang. That is
Okay.
another hit.
Second
Or
one is
another
a hit.
10.
And
And then I'm gonna
stunning.
stunning strike on the hit.
Oh, another success. I have a
Very
chance.
close. You get to
Would
do
you risk the opportunity attack as you get out of its range?
No, I would still be here.
Okay. And then Olaf is also in there too. Like I said, we don't necessarily need to use the battle map. Yeah.
So I guess we could flank it because I was able to be
Yeah.
invisible again. There.
Next in the surprise round would be Sven. So Sven, would you want to fill up the other spot in there? And then you can
Might as well.
demolish this poor Tomb Guardian. Not stunned.
Attack.
Miss.
Attack.
Miss! Is there a
Ah.
chance? Well, you know what? This would be a Spike Gauntlet Tomb Guardian. I'm going to swap this out for the slightly more dangerous Tomb Guardian. So did you hit it all? Right.
I rolled a 12 and
11.
11.
Any bonus action? You want to lightning breath it?
That's an action.
True. With that, Nari can... Olaf's turn is next in the surprise round. That's you, guy.
Okay. Anyways, Boomhauer Jutsu. I'm sorry,
Go for it.
I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen.
So you get
again.
2 attacks. First one's with advantage. Actually, they're both with advantage because you're flanking with Lucia. 23 hits.
23 to hit. DC 14 straight saving throw,
Mhm.
please. Or get clotheslined by Lucia.
Yes. It's fine.
Then
1 force damage still though.
19 to hit.
Hits!
And an additional 16 bludgeoning. Holy shit, that's max?
Yeah,
No, it's
damn.
not near. That's near max. That's near max.
Alright, so it gets its reactions back. Elspeth, is Nari going to shoot it from the hallway?
Yeah. Oops. Eldritch Blast, bump, bump. Not disadvantage, that's 26 and an 18.
Gotcha. The 26 would hit it. The 18 would... It's covered by Sven for that one. For
Yeah.
7 force. If you guys circled back up to the top floor, you would have encountered things up there too, which I'll deal with in a minute. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, normal round. Lucia, you want to try stunning it again twice?
I think I will just try to demolish it instead.
Go for it, yeah.
Because I think if we just make it all
4
before
attacks.
it's starting
Yeah.
down.
Well,
Only
it's also
one hit.
burning from the greatsword.
Oh, right, I have advantage, pardon. First one is a 22, second one is a...
It's AC 17, so...
first one hits, second one misses, and then the last one hits.
Go. Good.
So
It's
18.
looking rough. Sven, you have a chance to finish her off. That's you, Riley.
Let's see if I can actually hit this time.
2 attacks with your flame
Wow.
tongue greatsword. Hits. Oh, you didn't hit with your flame tongue greatsword, so it wouldn't have the aversion. But that's okay. It does now. For 11. It is still up. 21 hits. It's dead. Good job, guys.
Yeah.
Yippee.
Yay.
That is another 360 XP each. I think for circling around up to the higher floor, again, you don't necessarily need to roleplay, but I think you guys definitely would have been attacked while you were up there. So for that, let's say you ran into a quadre of, or a trio
We
of
didn't
whites.
go around to the upper floor. We went.
If you went down the
through-
stairs, you would have had to go around back to the upper floor. To go
No, we
through
came
Elizabeth's
through
office.
the secret tunnel.
No, you came through the stairwell. Because if you came through the secret tunnel, you would have had
I
to
made that
fight them.
suggestion, so that might have been the path we took.
Yeah, you'd have to fight them in.
Oh, okay.
This was better for this encounter. But for the people that went upstairs, which would be Nare, Sven, and Lucia, I'd like each of you to roll me, let's call it a dexterity saving throw. If you get below a 15, you got bad touched by a white. So I'll just do the damage.
Ouch.
So you got badge touched by a white?
Well, I don't have a plus
That wouldn't
13,
be
so
an
yeah.
advantage, so...
No, you went through the tunnel, so you're fine. Elspeth didn't go through this
Oh,
fight.
right.
Nara is the only other person that could have potentially encountered the Tomb Guardians up above. Or the Tomb Dwarfs up above. So Nara will need to as well.
Okay. Dex save, you said?
Dex save. And that's a DC 15 to be fine and have dodged everything.
We all
Okay.
fail.
So we'll ignore crit damage. This is just normal damage. So that's 6 necrotic against Lucia. And you can give me a con save to see if your max is reduced.
Fucking hell.
So 6 necrotic, reduced by 6 till your long rest. 8 against Sven. Con save from Sven, of course. Reduced by 8. And then 8 again for Nara.
Yeah.
And then because you fought 3 of them upstairs, the 3 of you, well, Nara doesn't get XP. That is 2,100. So 2,100 divided by 3 is a number.
700.
Thank you. So Sven and Lucia get 700 XP. There you go. It's still a dangerous tomb, but now you're here. Good job, guys. Well done.
Ooh.
Elspeth, you're just hanging out there, getting mocked by a skull.
Yeah.
Calling you fat, calling you a coward. Finding all of your insecurities.
That's
kneeling.
so misogynistic.
He says he's a medieval court jester. Of course he's misogynistic. All right, so how do you want to approach this this drum room? Now that you've prevented the trap from being triggered. Or do you want to pull the lever and find out what it does?
Sure.
I mean, we're on the safe side, so we might as well do
Yeah.
it.
So you pull the lever, and below you start hearing the sound of grinding gears. You could just barely see that the drum through that transparent wall is now spinning on the other side. And every once in a while you see puffs of gas, puffs of magic sparkly dust, explosions of fire. You hear the shrieking of metal spikes and whirring buzzsaws. It looks like that's a washing machine of death down there.
Fun.
Bad time.
I go to Ice Pack. You know, I HelloFresh.
that I will now put on my chest.
There you go.
It's good.
After 1 minute, the effect ends, and then the drum room resets. So 10 rounds.
So we need to trigger Crystal Blade likely to figure out where the last eye is. Or we missed something else.
Yeah. I mean, there are keyholes down there.
Maybe the door already has the one eye in it.
No, Olaf didn't see it either.
Yeah.
So the question is, which of these two traps that you are aware of do you think the eye is hidden in? Is it a washing machine of death room, or is it the mysterious pressure plate room? Or
I would like to try out the room where we deactivated the trap, basically.
Okay, yeah, you can circle around and head into the drum room. As I described, it is like being on the inside of a ice cream cone. There's demons depicted all around. Now that you know it's trapped, you can see each of the demons have different effects, like all of their eyes are filled with continuous flame spells. But as the drum rotates, some of them will breathe fire, some of them will release blinding sparkles, some of them will release spikes or buzzsaws. And those keyholes, of course, will be rotating through the room as well. But as long as nobody pulls the lever, you should be fine.
I'm going to say it up front that I am not going to go into this room. I leave the figuring out to other people.
Okay.
Because I have cautious spirit in my head, and I'm like, yeah, no.
Walls of History.
Walls of History was the
Yeah.
one of the spirits.
I will say you've found all the clues for this floor. None of them apply to this trap. If anybody wants to head down there and try to inspect the locks, you certainly can.
I'm not risking that shit.
Okay. So if you don't want to risk this trap, it's up over to the pressure plate trap instead.
I feel like there's a chance it activates just from fiddling with the locks. And it might just kill.
Yeah.
From the information we have, so maybe we shouldn't risk it and try the other one, but the other one doesn't seem very fun either.
Let's read through the puzzle. Again,
What was that?
Walk through altar, weapon in hand, select your shadow at the fall. The vulture is the first step, right the god, the walls of history.
We already had all the puzzle clues, I think.
All the puzzle clues
What
have
were
been
the walls
applied.
of history? Did the walls? Yeah, this is the walls of history,
Yeah.
right?
No, the Walls of History is the Kabuzin shrine puzzle. Because you had to copy the murals that depicted how to do the rituals. Or the offerings.
Right. So we're not always to be given enough clues for every
No, just some
puzzle.
of them. So it's up to you guys. Do you think the crystal eye would be hidden in a room with 3 locks? That is just an instant death trap. A Riddler,
ninja like
a Riddler
bullet or
death
some
trap,
shit.
if you will. It's very much a Riddler
I
from the
prefer
Arkham
my-
games, or just a random pressure plate in a hallway.
Both don't sound great, but I will vote for the pressure plate as opposed to the instant death room.
So who wants to trigger the pressure plate?
You're a bastard, you know that?
Yeah, I know.
I am still voting Fenrir because we
You
have
guys,
established that
you guys are
Fenrir is heavy enough.
unstoppable in combat. I have to find other ways to hurt you.
Fair.
Gondor would.
Out of
or,
character,
sorry,
I'm voting Fenrir. In character, I would find it too cruel.
Gotcha. Fenrir is heavy enough to do it. Yorm would also be heavy enough to trigger the plate. Gondor is too light. The rest of you also would be able to trigger it.
If we could just disable the trap, Olaf knows where the pressure plate is. If you could disable the trap,
Can he not get in there?
You want to give me an investigation check?
yeah. Assume I'm there right before the pressure
Yeah.
plate. I'm doing the investigation. I'm just going to move my token right now.
Yeah.
I thought that's what my perception was before, but
No, that was your looking down to see. You know where it is. It's just a matter of figuring out how the trap works and what it does exactly.
What the fuck is my roll? I'm gonna roll again. This doesn't count. I just want to my own sanity. What the fuck is my? What are these rolls? This
Do you have
session?
any of the hag abilities? Would they help you out here? Do you think?
No.
Okay.
They're mostly about manipulating.
So at this point, it's
and
just based on
detecting
faith.
and augury.
At this point, it's just based on faith. What do you want to risk?
I will check the hag gift. I don't think I've used it today. And I could do a detect magic, but I don't think this is magic. Who knows? The blender might be an illusion, guys. How about trying it though?
So, clock's ticking. I'm going to throw another
Divine
random
Sense,
encounter at you.
Augury, or Detect Magic?
Oh, Augury, that's huge. Yeah, just cast that.
Okay.
I'm just looking it up because I don't have it on my sheet.
You very easily you've encountered so many bones in your adventure. You could have a set of knuckle bones with you to cast augury.
No, Olaf pulls out a plastic packet with a bunch of like acrylic dice.
There you go.
And don't ask me where I got these from.
So it's wheel, woe, or wheel and woe, correct?
Yeah, and he pulls out a really complicated like table that lines up all the combinations of dice, and then that's how he's gonna do his augury.
Okay, yeah. So post the spell, if you don't mind. I'm pretty sure I remember how it works. If you don't have it on your sheet, I can also look it up.
If you don't mind me reading it out for you.
You could also do that.
By casting gem and laid sticks, acrylic dice,
Yes.
rolling dragon bones, laying out ornate cards, or just a dividing tool, you receive an omen for an otherworldly entity, Spencer from Canada, about the results. Spencer from Canada reading the module handbook about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. You choose wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for good and bad, nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad. The spell does not take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion.
Yeah. So what are you asking about specifically?
1 second. If they cast 2 or more times, okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine. You can only do it once a day anyway.
If I step on the pressure plate, will this lead to something bad happening, like the bow trap, where it was the big blade?
The reading isn't that precise. It's more you say,
is this pressure plate going to be
will
bad?
it be good or bad if I step on that pressure plate? Sort of a thing.
You basically just say what you want to do in the next 30 minutes, and it tells you it's going to be good, it's going to be bad, or it's going to be both.
So
you're going to say, I want to go into the thing and activate the pleasure plate.
Pressure plate.
Okay, yeah.
Good or bad?
You cast the dice, and you get a roll of 3 wheels. No woes.
Oh, that's huge then. Just step on it then.
Reminder, you're using a hex ability. If I was a hack, I would find it tremendously funny to manipulate this.
No, but it's not. It's not from the hag's perspective. It's still from Olaf's perspective.
The hag gave Olaf some of her abilities, which are bard and paladin abilities.
I mean, this is more in-character judgment because she doesn't know how it works.
Gotcha. You wouldn't know where this comes from. Oh no, you were there. You didn't die yet. Never mind.
No, they didn't tell me.
No,
I just found it out recently.
I love the idea that he actually just has like one of those sets of 7 D&D dice you buy at a game store. Just don't ask me where I got these guys. Just accept them.
No, Lucia, you were there for the nanny poo poo encounter, so you would know.
I wasn't there when he was. I was busy helping Naui not get eaten by the maggots.
Okay,
I don't know that he has a nanny poo poo in his head and that he spat her.
So Olaf, you move to the pressure plate, crawl over it.
You know what? I know enough about him. I'm gonna give it an inside check.
Okay, go for it.
13.
13.
I would have.
You haven't seen him
just
do
in
that
case.
ability before, but you know that augury is a thing wizards can do. So this could just be a spell he hasn't used yet.
Is augury? I'm pretty sure it's not on the wizard spell list.
Divination, I think so. Yeah.
Cleric, druid, wizard optional, but I know he's not a wizard.
Oh, he's an artificer.
He's an artificer, and artificers have a separate spell list. I would just be very confused that he has that because it seems very off from his normal abilities.
Yeah,
but I can't quite
put it together. You don't know what
together.
it's from, specifically. But yes, Olaf, you can shuffle your way down there. You get to the center. You press on the pressure plate. This is area 32.
Oh, from Olaf's perspective, like, I wouldn't cheat my dice. The fuck? Like, as if we're at the game table.
Yeah. So you hear a kerchunk as you step on it. Olaf, the rest of you hear this grinding sound, as would you, Olaf, and you feel yourself descending as the hallway you're in corkscrews to one side, and you descend into a lower section. Now, fun thing about divination spells in the Tomb of Annihilation.
Fun thing. They get beds, don't they?
They get
fucking
altered to always say the wrong.
So, in the Tomb of Annihilation, divination spells always return false readings. So,
That
Olaf,
is, well,
this occurs to you a little too late. That spell restrictions in the tomb have been fucking with you, because you are now in a airtight cylinder that is 3 feet wide and 15 feet long.
So I'm dead.
You have 1 minute of air, but you are going to have to deal with that soon. And don't stress, or don't get too worried. I'm sorry, not 1 minute. 24 hours. So you have time. This isn't a pressing thing, unless you start a fire. As for everybody else, the rest of you suddenly get this very strong smell of rot and decay, and if one of you were to crawl down that hallway and have a look, a new hallway has replaced the one that was there before, having dropped down into place. This one has a different adventurer in the middle of it, who looks like he suffocated a couple days ago. He's started to liquefy and putrefy. He's wearing normal adventuring gear. He's got a couple of items on him, but you're going to have to go in there to check out the body. Also, again, Olaf is trapped.
Yeah, when Elspeth smells the rat, she's gonna start crawling in there.
Okay, gotcha. You can see that it is on the side of the pressure plate, on your side of the pressure plate. So you don't have to press on the pressure plate to get to the body, if you want to check it out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Olaf's gonna start, yell, a couple times to see if he's heard.
Very faintly you can hear Olaf shouting, but it's through, 10 feet of solid stone. You are welcome to yell back.
I will. I'll just say, where are you?
I'm trying to think of,
You're below.
as few words to, indicate that, because it's gonna be muffled.
Yeah, also it's limited air supply.
I'd likely have given him the fingernail.
Small chamber!
Absolutely. In that case, you can see as well. Olaf is doing his best buried cosplay as Ryan Reynolds. I think that was the name of that movie, where Ryan Reynolds is trapped in a coffin underground for 2 hours, and it's a nightmare of a movie to watch. So that's going on. You look over this body. It appears to be Lord Brixton. It looks like he's lost a lot of his equipment, and again, he's completely beginning to liquefy because he suffocated in here a while ago.
Yeah.
He's got a suit of half plate on him that you could strip off of him. It would probably fit Olaf. He's taller and more muscular than Olaf, but if Olaf gets out of here, he could wear some half plate. He's also got a yakalwa, which is a short spear that is unique to Chult. It is a magical +1 yakalwa, so you have one of those if you want. He also has his backpack, which is a Dungeoneer's pack. There is a pouch with some money in it, 25 gold pieces. There's a back scratcher, of course, a holy symbol, and most importantly of all, a red crystal eyeball, measuring 1 inch in diameter.
All right. I'll just throw that out of the room. I'm not going to spend too much time.
So do you want to take the magic spear as well?
Yeah, but I'm mainly So the way that this works is you step on the pressure plate and you swap the two rooms.
Exactly, yes. Which means somebody else would have to be trapped as well if you want to get Olaf out. Or you would have to find a way to trigger the pressure plate remotely to get Olaf back.
Yeah. I'm going to drag his body over the pressure plate.
How are you going to do that? There's a 10-foot distance between the end of the hallway and the pressure plate. At most, he's 5 feet, you're 5 feet. You would still have to be inside of the rotating corridor to trigger the pressure plate. Unless
Can I not get on the other side of him?
you might be able to Misty Step.
I could, yeah.
So if you're quick,
I'm not really understanding how this is laid out. So we've got the pressure plate.
so 15
And
feet.
then-
The
Yeah.
corridor that is the trap is 25 feet long. So that's 5
Yeah.
squares. The middle square is a pressure plate. If the pressure plate is triggered,
okay.
they swap places, and it descends 15 feet into the stone below you.
What if I tie a rope around his foot and drag him over?
So the problem with that is he is on your side of the pressure plate. So you would have to push him onto the pressure plate, not pull him.
Okay, yeah,
Hear me out,
I
let's go to the other
can
side to
miss.
it.
So what I'm saying is,
There is the-
if you go over the pressure
Yeah.
plate, you could
So he's between me and the pressure plate.
you could Misty Step out after triggering the pressure plate, because you can see out, because you have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could Misty Step out. The mechanism isn't fast enough to prevent you from doing that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that then.
You do so, Olaf. Whatchamacallit, the trap resets. You are raised back up. You suddenly breathe some fresh, still smelly tomb air, and you see Elspeth with the golden skull mocking her in the corner over here.
Like some description like, your husband was gonna die, dumbass. Something like
Exactly.
that.
And that's the stuff you managed to get from Lord Brixton's body.
So that, by the way, while I was in there, I didn't manage to find the eyeball or anything like that, did I?
No, it was on Brixton's body.
And we got that, right?
Yeah. You know he had better equipment. You don't know what happened to it. It's not here with his body.
Hey, we got all of them. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Yippee, let's go fight a fucking floating ball of shit.
Yeah, with that, absolutely, you can circle back around to the Beholder room.
Are you keeping the eye, or are you going to give it to me? Because I think I'm holding on to the other
I'll give
ones.
it to Lucia, yeah.
Yay! Actually, I don't remember if Sven gave the 2 eyes to
I
me.
was so
But I was
upset for a
asked for them
half a
like
second
that
that I just fucked myself. And I just was gonna suffocate like an idiot.
There's
Oh
a chance.
my God.
There's a chance, yeah. That one's not too difficult to get out of. The problem is, if you don't have remote ways of triggering those, you need to leave somebody behind. Or an animal. Now, you guys wanted to go back to the Beholder door?
Yep.
No more random encounters. You guys have cleared out enough of those for now. You head back to the Beholder door. 2 of the 9 gods.
I don't have the eyes, so I guess I would be up front.
Very good.
Which also makes sense. I would take the dodge action before going around the corner, just in case I suddenly get blasted by the
Absolutely.
mirror.
So you can turn around the corner. You don't actually. Nothing happens. It looks to just be a mirror, and there's those 10 indentations surrounding it.
Well, I am going to pop in the eyes one by one.
Gotcha. 1 by 1. Any particular order you want to do this in?
Is there any signs on the statue which order it might need to be in? Or is it indifferent?
It doesn't seem to be. There's just 10 nondescript indentations around a perfectly normal mirror. I will ask, is there anybody behind you, or is everybody else around the corner?
I'd likely ask him to stay around the corner just in case.
Okay. So nobody is watching you as you do this. There doesn't seem to be
I bet
any...
Rory would have a very specific way to put these in.
Okay. Is up
But
to
I'm
you
not
how
Rory.
careful you want to be about this. what would your mom do?
If you remember, funnily enough, this wasn't known from me that this is like a thing in the tomb. But for the Xanathar Guild, they also had like the 10 eyes that had different colors depending on their role.
That is correct.
And Rory's tattoo, they had a specific alignment, and then depending on which color you had, that strand was colored in the color. So Rory had one of them blue because she was the blue eye of knowledge. And likely she would have told Lucia which order it would have been.
Sure.
And if this is a universal thing for beholders, it would make sense. I'm guessing that it doesn't matter which order this goes in. But I would try to recall what Rory told me about the 10 eyes.
History check. Get above a 10, you remember?
Nope.
Nope. So it's up to chance. You also don't know if it matters. So
I just know that the blue eye was, I think, third in the story because that was the one that mattered.
Gotcha. So you are sliding these in yourself. Each of these weighs less than a pound. They're not very heavy.
Yeah.
So you stand at this mirror. The mirror is like, 10 feet across diameter, so you gotta reach up to your tippy toes to get them in. You plop the first one in and give me a wisdom saving throw.
On. 22.
Okay. You plop this in. It glows, whatever color the particular crystal it is. And you catch sight of your reflection in the mirror. And you realize you are gorgeous. Actually,
I know.
You are fantastic. And you are charmed by yourself in your reflection. So you stop what you're doing to gaze at yourself like Narcissus.
I'm charmed with the 22 wisp save.
I'm sorry, you beat it. The DC is 16. No, you're fine. I don't know why
I was a
you
bit
failed.
confused for a second. I was like, what?
It's the 5. I saw the 5 and ignored it. So this would have charmed you, but you're fine.
I can also end charms on myself as an action. So.
Also that, yes. So you've plopped the first one in. It would seem that as you put these in, you're going to be affected as each eye goes in. Hello, cat.
I'm gonna give the other thought. Whenever I put one of these eyes in, I can feel like an effect. I'm guessing correlating to whatever weird eye beam the thing has. Just as a heads up, if I start screaming, please come help.
Got it.
I'm gonna plop the next. I'm very scared of the last two because I think.
Do you want to make me a... Actually, no, you've got Caboose and Spirit in you. Lucia, you can make me a history check, another one.
I don't have Kapuzin in me. I have Owalaka.
Yeah. Who's very cautious.
15.
15? These crystals are extremely light, under 10 pounds even. And one of your companions has Maychant. It would seem that the effect extends from the mirror. So as long as you're not looking at your reflection,
Elspeth.
you may be fine.
Yeah.
Elspeth, I realized something. I'm stupid. Can you mage hand and put them in?
Sure.
Very good.
Don't look in the mirror.
So indeed, you plop with Mage Hand each of these crystals in. Each one causes the effect of, in descending order, the beholder's eye rays to extend from the mirror. So
it would end with disintegration and death.
And then death. Yes. You plunk them in. Once all of them are in.
Curiosity. Yeah, I would have been fine. I would have dodged those.
Also, you take no damage on a successful save.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're fine. Once they're all plunked in, the crystals flash brightly once and then disappear. You hear a grinding sound, and if you peer around the corner, you could see the wall sinks into the ground, the mirror going with it. The vault door grinds upwards, revealing a domed, candlelit room 50 feet high. The polished marble floor is so perfectly reflective that it creates the illusion of standing at the entrance of a sphere. 9 alcoves filled with glittering treasure open up on the walls. In the middle of the chamber, a large sphere hovers in place with a gigantic cloth draped over it. And you hear a voice call out to you. It says, "Finally, my prey, you have come to give offerings to me, Belchors, the unseen lord of this floor. And I'll have everybody roll initiative. And I'll reveal the floor. Or reveal the room.
You think he's unseen because he's under a blanket?
I
found you got a good initiative. We still had the initiative from the last one, so you still get 1,000. Or people just roll over it and it will be fine.
Oh yeah, or you can just correct it manually. Sorry about that.
If you do a new initiative, it overrides the old one anyway.
So there's a gigantic cloak fluttering in the center of the room, about 10 feet across. And this voice, this beholder voice, calls out to you. And it says, "Come forth and leave your offerings for me. I will allow you to proceed."
It's not a beholder, is it?
And you can see that there's, in each of these alcoves, there's just shit tons of gold and gemstones.
Don't look at the man behind the curtain! I'm calling it now. There's not actually a beholder on there. There's just something small that acts like a beholder or some bullshit.
Okay. Everybody has rolled initiative. There we go. So yes, he has commanded you to come forth and leave your offerings for him. Lucia, you're up first. Elspeth can communicate to you that the room beyond is it's a gigantic sphere. It's like being inside of a gigantic soccer dome. The bottom half, it's a dome, not a sphere. The ground is completely mirror reflective, which is helping the candles that are surrounding the room entirely to fill the space up with light. Each of the alcoves, as I said, packed full of treasure and gemstones. And then there's that, what would appear to be a beholder beneath a blanket in the middle of the room. The room is 50 feet high, so the 10-foot wide blanket figure is hovering, it's half of 50, 25 feet in the air.
25 feet in the air. Is the cloth far enough to the bottom that I would be able to drag to pull it?
It's theoretically, it's long enough that it like closes around itself at the bottom, so you can't see up in there to see what it is. I mean, maybe if you're directly underneath it, but then again, the reflection on the floor, no, you can't see under it. Is the point? You do know that beholders can hover, so
yeah.
This is what you know.
I'm gonna walk in here, and I would like to.
I need to do something real quick. I forgot. I need to add a turn for the room. There's a
turn for the room.
There's a turn for the room.
I would like to.
It goes after you though. So.
Object interaction. Pull away the cloth.
How? It is 25 feet in the air. So.
Yeah, but didn't you say it drops down? Like the thing is 25 feet in the air, but it's like super.
Only about 10 feet.
Floats back downward.
So it would be about 10-ish feet above your head.
Above my head, 10 feet. Jesus.
But, that voice rings out again, and it says, "Kneel and leave your offerings for me. I will allow you to proceed. Impress me, and I will tell you more of this tomb."
How did high jump work? High jump was strength related, right? So I will not be good at it. And it's all lit in here, so I cannot do stuff there as well. Well, if you're telling me that it's too high up for me to pull it down.
Would you back out of the room again?
I would not go into the room I thought I could reach, but if I can't, I don't know what.
Okay.
Right.
You can use the threshold and look in. If you want to give me a perception check instead.
Sure. 14.
You don't know entirely how beholders hover, but presumably there'd be some motion, especially because they have squirrely tentacle eyes. These, like, maybe 12 seconds you've been watching this, the figure draped in a cloth is completely stationary.
Hey guys, I feel like this might not actually be beholder.
Shoot the cloth, maybe weight it down on one side and get it to roll off.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot the center of the cloth with
Okay.
me bow.
Yeah, you hit it.
Both piercing
very
or
nice.
poison.
There's a metallic pling sound as it hits, and the arrow just sticks in the cloth where you shot it.
I think it's just a floating metal ball.
I think that the beholder has been scattered across this place, and there is no core.
I'm gonna go back and can someone pull the cloth off? It might also be a trap and it might shoot you get 10 eye beams or something when you pull the cloth off. I don't know.
Okay, so Lucia, you back
Is
out of
the does the cloth look flammable?
Yeah, it
That's
just
what's
looks like
my next
a
step.
normal like linen cloth. It's pretty filthy.
Olaf, why don't you try igniting her?
Nothing happens on the room, so Sven has the next turn. Of course, Abby, Elspeth could suggest this without problem. Sven.
I agree with the plan. I'm just gonna stay here.
Go gadget fireballs. Do I have to roll to hit?
Sure can. Is Sven passing their turn?
I believe that was the what I was indicated to be.
Okay.
20, 30, and I'll back up.
Yeah, so you shoot the cloth.
Okay, I can't back up fully, so
It's okay.
I'd be there.
Roll your damage.
Actually, wait, I don't have to go fully out. I can just be here and then run back. 19 fire. That's nearly
Ooh.
max.
Yeah, so there is a conflagration as the gigantic cloth in the middle just bursts into flames and begins falling away. And what you see beneath is a giant metal sphere just hovering in place. You can see that the arrow that Lucia shot is stuck to it still, and it's hovering in the center of the room. Like a disco ball that doesn't reflect. The room reflects. That voice calls out again and says, "If you have nothing to offer, leave this place."
Gonna answer questions because this might just be a fucking robot.
Come forth or back away. I have no time for this nonsense.
What's 2 plus 2?
Fuck you.
You might just say fuck you to anything. I mean, that doesn't match its list of questions and answers.
Alright, is you passing your turn, Olaf?
Yeah, I can't do anything else. I just back up.
Elspeth.
I'm gonna arc bolt it.
Yeah. Oh, you certainly hit it. Roll me a d10.
A d10.
Yeah.
Oh shit. 4.
Yeah, so nothing happens. You shoot your lightning at it, fizzles across the surface of it, doesn't deal any damage.
Who are you?
I am Beltros,
Like,
the
really?
Unseen. I am the beholder brought here in dealings with a Serac to form a lair of my own in this tomb of the 9 gods.
And do you actually have a body, or are you just this metal thing
I
in the
am
middle
the
of the room?
Unseen. You look upon my greatest creation.
Which is...
None of your business.
He's stuck,
Right.
isn't he?
Maybe we should just step into the room. My attacks aren't doing anything again. My attacks aren't doing anything to this thing.
I think he made a big metal box and got stuck inside, but some of it will
Um,
not.
I'm gonna drink a healing potion.
Okay.
Whilst we... Because I realise I'm very low. Supreme healing potion, what is that? That's like 10d4 plus 20, right?
Yeah.
Genuinely,
Popping that now,
it'd be
huh?
really funny. It'd be really funny if the fucking beholder was actually just stuck. And there's like little bits of him about, but he's actually just stuck.
Ooh. This is a pretty bad roll on the healing potion.
I'm still maxed.
38 is
so-
still pretty good. Anything else, Elspeth, or are you going to pass to Nare?
Nope, I'll pass to Nare.
Alright, I'm back up at the
Yes.
top.
Nare will step forward and try an Eldritch Blast.
Go for it. Well, the first one,
25.
could you roll me a d10?
Yeah, 9 force damage.
9 force damage.
1.
Okay. She shoots this off with a 1. She becomes a new target for the Eldritch Blast. So roll me that attack again.
Oh, okay.
And she'll take 9 force damage if it hits her. So she takes 9 force damage as it's reflected back and hits her.
Got it. Oof. Okay. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely not working hitting this thing. Let's just get in there, take all the treasure, and get out.
Oh, there's still ice stock beasts, so we'll have to destroy all those.
Yeah.
Lucia's turn.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too keen on going in there. Because I don't think it's just a room with an orb that talks to us.
I will say, there's a fuck ton of gemstones. And there is a skull
I
that
need
is
those
hungry for gems.
Yeah, I need those gemstones.
Now that thing is revealed, I'm gonna move here, just like...
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, right, my moving through allies doesn't cost me extra movement anymore,
That's
if I remember
correct.
right. Because I have my cool movement.
Yep.
I
Monk
would like to do a perception check to try to figure out what the fuck's going on with that thing in the center.
Go for it. Perception?
29.
It's a giant metal ball. It doesn't seem to be attached to anything, so it's probably up there using some sort of magic. You don't know what kind of magic, but that it's probably either a magic item or held up there by a magic effect means that stuff that fucks with magic might have something to do with it, may have an effect on it.
Can anyone dispel magic? I'll go over to our resident magic casters.
Moxenray cannot. She can cast spell and remove curse, and I can only cast spell.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with this thing.
Okay.
It's not.
Continuing hanging outside of the room. Gotcha. Okay, so you hear, if you're simply going to hang out there and not deal with me, I think this encounter is over. Have fun finding the eye keys again. There's a grinding sound as the mirror door begins descending from the ceiling once again. Sven,
Is it just... Do we have a chance to get in there?
you got 6 seconds before it closes.
Okay, so we all run in now.
That's you, Riley. You want to leave Belchor's to his whatever fate? Or do you want to try to get in there and steal those gemstones?
That's not even the fucking beholder talking. That's just Spencer. Just be like, guys, come on, get in the room. Get in the fucking room,
Yeah.
guys.
He doesn't have any reason to wait for you guys. If you're just going to sit in there trying to...
Almost died for that gem, okay?
If you're going to hang out there and try to unmake his room, he's not just going to sit there and wait for it. He's going to close the door. He's crazy smart. He's got like 25 int.
Yeah,
And
that's
I'm
fine.
not, so...
Sorry,
I'm not
17 int, not 25 int.
Wait, Olaf is smarter.
Yes.
That's funny.
Point is, he's got tactics. He's not just going to let you hang out there and fuck with him.
Where's Olaf? I don't see Olaf's mini.
He is in front of you. He is invisible at the moment.
Ba-da-ba-dum.
Oh, okay. Sven kind of looks around. Are we going in?
Yes.
I don't want this thing fucking with us.
We don't want to have to find all those keys again.
Okay. I have to dash to get in, but I get in.
Hey, very nice.
Gondor's on my shoulder.
You, as soon as you step into the room, you hear just this sort of... There's a subsonic whirring sound that sets your teeth on edge.
Ugh.
It's not a
I
great
don't
feeling.
like that.
There's a fucking magnet in there, isn't there? It's just the magnet is just suspending this shit.
I used my action, so I'm going to use my bonus action to rage, just in case.
Good. So you are raging. You got the flame tongue greatsword out?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Very nice, very nice. So that is Sven's turn. Your companions come with you, I assume? Or Gondor, because yours is a stick.
Yeah, your arm's a stick.
Gotcha. Guy, Olaf's turn. You can hear the door shutting. Your son, or child, my apologies. Your child just went into that room.
I could just about get in without blocking people.
Yep.
And I'm gonna cast a spell magic on this thing.
Oh, very good. The whirring sound at the back of your teeth ends. There is a horrendous smashing sound as the thing plummets 15 feet. Sven, give me a dexterity saving throw as the mirror under your feet shatters into 1,000 shards of glass that try to slash you.
Wait, 1 second. This floor is mirrored?
Yeah, I told you that. The floor is a mirror in here.
I'm stupid. Anyways.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. It's not.
Oh, it's not
being...
rolling.
Yeah. I have advantage because this is a dex.
Yeah. Dex save.
Yeah. It's 12.
Ooh, okay, so that's a fail. So you're going to take 23 slashing damage.
Reduced.
Reduced to half because you're raging. Now,
my child, no!
the floor in here is now difficult terrain. You can ignore the difficult terrain, but you'll take 1d4 slashing damage for every square you move at full speed. There you go. It smashes into the ground. That whirring sound goes away. You hear a, "No! You bastards!"
He's inside the ball, guys! Let's push it around!
With that, Olaf, would you give me a... dexterity saving throw?
Oh shit, it doesn't like me.
As a legendary action is used from an invisible creature.
Oh. 17. I just fucking...
Just make it. You don't petrify. You give me a perception check real quick. It's going to be a high one. I'll let Sven do one as well.
15. I will use a flash of genius to get a 19.
19, okay. It is the space directly above you that death ray, or eye ray came from.
I fucking see you, idiot!
It is 10 feet above your head, and it shot down at you. That is Olaf's turn.
I wish I had fucking fairy fire up. God damn.
Is Fenrir going to race after you?
Fenrir is gonna race into the room, yeah.
Very
He
nice.
would have been on my... I'm like right behind my space, wherever
Gotcha.
he is.
Yeah.
He'd be able to get in there. How far above me is it, by the way?
10 feet.
Okay, would it be too much of a stretch for Fenrir to run up my body and then do a leaping jump and attack?
What's the strength?
Should be like comparable to even to Olaf, so it might be a 14 as well. Let me check it. Strength 14.
So if he's got a vertical leap that can do 10 feet, then sure. But you wouldn't get a multi-attack, it'll just be the one.
He only gets one attack
Oh,
anyways.
well, there you go. Absolutely. So it'll be disadvantage because the creature's still invisible.
1 second. I'm seeing vertical leap in 5e. Okay, he does a big running jump and just...
Da-da-da-da.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage attack.
And I know they can't be pro, but I love the idea of him just hanging up there from the invisible thing. So if you'll allow it, if he hits, can he be hanging from it so we have, like, a relative idea where he is?
If it
11, that misses.
if it fails on the... I'll say, instead of going prone, he could hold on. as part
Yeah,
of it.
11, I think that
For the
misses
wolf thing.
anyways.
It's a miss, yeah.
That's sad.
Okay.
He glides back down.
With that, it is now Abby's turn. So the door is shutting.
Yeah. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna activate Radiant Soul and then move
Very nice.
in, but I'll be flying, so I won't
Okay.
care about the ground.
Very nice.
And I will let you know that the thing is right above me.
Right
Yeah.
above you.
Yeah, context
Yes.
clues. You would come in and see roughly the space that the invisible beholder is in.
Okay. I will quicken. What do I do? I will quicken a lightning bolt
Ooh, okay.
and hit the beholder.
Sure
So
can
he
try.
must make a dex save.
He will have advantage because he's invisible.
No.
Wait,
If we know which
Oh,
space
right.
he occupies.
that's right. Okay, so dex save from the beholder, normal. Not proficient. Oh, it's 20.
Damn.
So,
I'm going to solve you, Bab. Tim.
gotcha. You can't see him.
I don't need to see him.
Silvery Barbs is a creature you can see.
Damn, okay.
So
So he
that's
takes half of 29.
14. Lightning. Very nice.
And that is the end of my turn.
Very good.
Um,
You hear him say, "You ugly fools, fight like flumps," and then he is going to.
He also
use...
takes
Sorry. Yes.
9 radiant, sorry.
Gotcha. I will add that. He will use a legendary action to shoot you in the air. How high up are you?
Just like 5 feet off the ground. Enough to not be affected by the terrain.
Ooh, I should add a roll to see which high rate is. Because I rolled manually last time, but I could just add a feature to roll it on the sheet. This is the problem with Roll20, is they have so much stuff pre-programmed, but they don't have any, like half of the rolls for monsters aren't actually there. So you get hit with a charm, Ray, so give me a wisdom save. With this legendary action.
Yeah.
You succeed. You don't have to worry about it.
Nice.
Now Nari can come in.
Yes. She will just move here, with those last two being difficult terrain.
Okay.
She can get one more. No, that would be 20. Yeah, so she just ends there, and then she
Gotcha.
will. She can't Eldritch Blast a creature she can't see, right?
She
No,
knows
it's
the
just a-
space
no.
it's in, so it'll just be
Eldritch
disadvantage.
Blast is just a creature within range. Yeah.
So disadvantage attacks.
Pew pew.
Pew pew.
17 or 14?
Both of them miss.
Both of them missed. Damn, okay. That's her turn.
Okay, we're back up at the top with Lucia.
And there's me. I sigh a bit, because now we have to fight an invisible beholder in their domain. And gonna go here. And like you said, right above you, Olaf?
Right above me!
Aim me bow.
Aim me bow.
I disadvantage because invisible.
That's correct.
15
Sadly, a miss.
and an 18.
That one hits. You have found its AC.
Woohoo. 14 piercing, 2 poison.
You have no way to tell how much of that went through. But you definitely shot it. Okay.
Great.
The door is now shut. You cannot leave this room until you find out how to open that door. So, Dispel Magic disabled the Nystrel's magic aura that was keeping the sphere afloat. And it dispels an additional magical effect that the sphere has. Does not dispel the mechanical effect that the sphere has. So, at initiative count 20 losing ties, the sphere sends out a wave of magnetic energy. Anybody that is holding a metal item or is wearing metal needs to make me a DC 15 strength saving throw or be attracted to the sphere.
I am definitely wearing metal.
There you go. We don't have to worry
I'm
about the falling damage
too.
because the sphere's on the ground now.
But we're being dragged through glass.
Yes. So if you're holding a weapon, that's metal. That weapon is yanked out of your hand. If you're wearing a metal armor and you fail, you get pulled towards the sphere. Again, direct through the glass. 1d4 slashing for every square you move through.
Oh, what's the DC? 15?
15. So you're able to hold on.
Oh, dog.
We'll just roll it together. That'll be your armor and your weapon. Elspeth, you have any metal on you?
I have the split dagger and Gondol's
That's right.
helm.
The dog is going to be dragged
Fenrir's going to be
towards
dragged
that.
towards it. Gotcha. Is that everybody? Nare needs to...
Nare, I don't think wears
No.
any metal.
Yeah. Maybe some buckles or buttons fly off. But you're okay. So it seems like Lucia... Well, your bow isn't metal. Your sword, though.
I also have the bracers.
Oh, true.
I already got I got
So, Lucia, you don't have to worry about anything. You don't move more than 5 feet. Your bracers get yanked over to the sphere, and your rapier slams into it. Fenrir and Elspeth, however, you get yanked toward the sphere. So, Elspeth, you were 10 feet in the air? Is that correct?
Yeah.
So
Both were just 5 feet. So
5 feet.
I wouldn't touch the ground.
I also ignored the difficult terrain because I have the ring of
that's
free
right,
movement.
yeah. So you're just going to take, Elspeth, you're just going to take 1d6 fall damage as you slam into the sphere. It's going to be 4 falling damage. Fenrir, however, is being dragged along the ground. So Fenrir is going to take 2d6 fall damage, as well as 2d4 slashing damage. So that's 11 total. Fenrir slams to the sphere. The end of the room's turn, the magnetic effect stops, so everything drops to the ground, so you're okay. But yeah, so you'd be on the ground over here, Elspeth. And that's that. After the room, with an initiative score of 19, Belchors goes next. So the arrow that was sticking out of that invisible space in the air gets plucked out and plops to the ground. And then I think an eye ray is going to get shot. So let's see which eye ray. 10.
Death!
Which is the death ray. I think it's probably most annoyed at Olaf for casting Dispel Magic on the sphere. So Olaf, please make me a dexterity saving throw. As you get
Okay, that isn't like death for me, but I'm not like to take 47 damage.
I forgot about the
so was it
the
con
eye ray,
save?
the anti-magic cone. You wouldn't have been able to cast your spells. I'll remember this time. Dex save.
Well, it depends on which way the thing is facing, but if it was like... Anyways. 12. I have one last...
Flash of Genius?
Wait, when did I... Flash of Genius. When did that happen? When did my perception happen? When I came in.
Yeah.
Meaning it hasn't recharged, meaning I will take the damage.
Okay, so 47 necrotic damage. The beholder is then going
84.
to presumably move. You hear his laughter move in space.
Invisible cock!
I think, Elspeth, you would continue feeling the dampening of your magic.
Okay.
So it continues, its central eye must be continually fixed on you for that.
Yep.
I think that's everything. Yeah. Sven, you don't know where it is. You can't see anything. You know that within 6 seconds the magnet's probably going to reactivate.
Yeah.
If you'd like to use a bonus action on your turn to brace, you'll have advantage on that strength save.
Why does it keep rolling things when I don't want it to roll things?
Oh, weird.
I was just trying to read what that spell was. Okay, so I don't know where it is.
You don't.
Do I have any idea of like the direction it is? Or
No,
Nothing
it
at all.
used to be 10 feet above Olaf's head. Do you have any extra special senses?
no.
Okay. I'll let you make a perception check with disadvantage to hone in on it. Based on, like, the maybe sound or smell.
That's a 12.
I don't think that's going to be good enough to track an invisible hovering creature that doesn't make footsteps.
Yeah, this
Now
room
what
is
should I
basically...
do?
Almost plans fairy fire, but that
You
relies on me knowing relatively where in the room it is.
I'm gonna hold a javelin in my arm,
Okay?
and I'm gonna prepare an action to the moment I know where that thing is, I'm gonna attack it.
Okay.
I'm also going to carefully walk over so that I'm standing next to the sphere,
gotcha.
that if
even if you fail, you're not going to take
anything
any
happens,
damage.
even if I fail, I'm right next to it anyway.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Good choice. Good choice. Excellent. With that, bonus action to brace or anything like that, or you're just going to let it slide?
I have bonus action brace.
Okay. What about Gondor? What's Gondor?
I mean, I have advantage anyways.
Oh, right.
Because I'm gonna lose my rage.
Oh, true.
And there's no hostile creatures.
You want to just slam your head against the sphere real quick?
I don't want to take damage. I don't have to hit a hostile creature. I just have to attack a hostile creature.
I suppose. Do you want to take a guess at where it is in the room?
Yeah, I'm just gonna randomly throw one of my javelins.
It takes a 10-foot cube.
5.
So I'll forgive you the elevation. Just ping me where you want to throw it.
It was here.
It was here.
Let's go here. This spot. I'm gonna attack that spot.
Okay. Unfortunately, that is a total whiff. Even if there's
That's
nothing.
okay. I have multiple javelins.
Okay. You want to pick another one then? So you hurl one.
It's currently not here.
It's currently not there.
I'll throw one there.
Okay. Also again, a total miss. I'm sorry.
I'm holding a third one in my hand.
In that case, your rage would end at this point. Gondor gonna do anything?
Well, we don't know where the baddie is, so I guess not.
Okay. We come to Olaf. So Olaf, you want to do Fairy Fire. Fairy Fire is a 20-foot radius. It's going to be most of the room. So the question is...
No, it's 20. It's 20-foot cube.
20-foot cube. That's still quite a bit of space. So where do you want to place that cube?
I will draw the template first. This is not where I'm
Keep in
placing
mind,
it.
Balchors is intelligent. He's not going to use legendary actions if he's hidden from you guys, because he doesn't want to give away his position. Okay.
I'm not placing it just yet. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just making a template.
Gotcha.
Because,
Tell me where you want to place it. You guys read...
we did read the bit of Volo's guide. Is it alright if I know the code?
You want to give me a history check real quick?
Beholder?
And I'll...
Sure.
Olaf, give me a history check. You can have advantage because this will count for everybody's history check.
I rolled a 12. I am rolling atrociously today.
So you have no idea how fast beholders move. You know they can hover. You have no idea how fast they move.
And I don't know how big their cone is.
Well, you know the cone is a 150-foot cone from their central eye. So, basically, it could be anywhere in the room based on that. You know its central eye is looking at Elspeth at the moment. You have no idea how fast it moves, but you know it can hover. So it's going to make absolutely no sound when flying, and it can't be prone because it just continues hovering in place.
Right, so I have to just guess, basically,
Mm-hmm.
as to where it is. Okay, here might be a good idea. I genuinely need advice on this thing. I'm trying to figure out what the best place to put this.
We're in the middle of combat. You could shout to everybody else.
Well, if he's looking at me and no one else, or no other spellcasters.
Well, nobody else has active magic effects on them. Well, Nare has mage armor, right?
Yeah.
Mage armor is up on Nare, if that helps you triangulate.
Okay.
Lucia,
so he's not
and
looking
Sven,
at Nare.
Lucia and Sven wouldn't have...
I think...
No.
I think
Flame Tongue Greatsword is not ignited currently. After the Beholder moved, the Flame Tongue Greatsword went out.
It's here.
I think those are the only magical effects.
Yeah, it's either...
the bracers of archery
it's
would also
either here or here, because it's not...
Sorry. Lucia, Elspeth, and Sven are currently in the icon.
But Olaf isn't.
No, Olaf is not, and neither is Nare.
That means
Okay, so it's probably like... It's probably doing like that, then.
And I'm going to ignore elevation. I'm going to treat the effects as if you're on the same plane. Elevation's just...
I would say they'll The lower one is a better bet, I think. Because otherwise, if it was on the top one, it would get you in it as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can cast Fairy Fire and then run around behind this, this metal thing.
Okay.
Oh wait, I can't.
So is that the cube where you want to place it?
Yeah, that's the cube where I want to place it.
Excellent choice. He has to make a save.
Nice.
And these things don't have legendary resistances, so...
Let me post the spell first.
It's important
so
to
you actually have it.
Oh, I'm well familiar. This is one people fuck with all the time. Fail.
Let's go!
So, you see...
Let's go.
Shimmering in space is the shape of a nasty, nasty looking beholder. Invisibility negated. You know where it is now.
And also have advantage to attack it.
I think Fenrir would have to... no, the advantage would cancel out. It's just normal.
No, it Fairy Fire makes it visible and gives advantage. So it has one effect that removes invisibility and another that gives advantage.
I missed that then. So yeah, in that case, you have advantage to hit him.
It's a really good spell.
And then I can move half speed. It's first level as well.
Yeah.
And
I will say Fenrir is going to have to make that save as well, because
once
your placement of the cube is going to cover Fenrir's space.
I was doing it in the air though.
It's a 20-foot cube, so it was going to hit the ground as well. I mean, you could put it 5 feet above his head. Okay, fine.
I was so close to hitting the beholder.
You were. That's why I was like,
ooh,
right?
I'm just
Almost.
thinking, if Fairy Fire is concentration...
I think it is.
Concentration
It is.
to 1 minute. I need a healing potion.
But he is Fairy Fired, which means you have advantage to hit him, because you know where he is now. You
Do
could
we each
have
have
put
a
it above
healing
Fenrir's head,
potion
no
on
problem.
us? Abby, can you just check the supply if we have a healing potion on us?
I mean, I don't. But, I don't think we've been tracking them individually.
Yeah. Excellent spell use, by the way, Olaf. You could either...
It's just the grenade and the tracer rounds.
Gotcha.
I use.
If you don't have a potion to drink as a bonus action, it might be best to brace to prevent yourself from being pulled towards the sphere.
Yeah, I just don't want to be... Because I've just done another thing to fuck with the beholder. It might target me.
Yeah.
Is my concern. So, I'm going to try and sort of... hide behind a shield, I guess? That's not how that works.
No. What you can do is you can brace to resist the magnetic pull. That's going to start at the top of the round.
Yeah, I'll brace with my bonus action.
Okay.
And hope someone heals me.
You can also go next to the sphere to not be pulled closer and take the extra damage.
Yes, but I've negated its invisibility, but the moment it looks at me, Fairy Fire ends and we lose our advantage.
Yeah. You
So
can continue concentrating, I believe, from the magic cone. It's just it wouldn't happen until it looks away from you. Yeah, so you can continue concentrating. It's just while it's looking at you, the spell doesn't have any effect.
Right. Okay. Then, Abby, you don't have any potions. Does anyone have any potions then?
No.
Okay. We can move to Elspeth's turn.
If no one has any potions, I'll
Fenrir gets to go. Also, I will tell you he's 15 feet off the ground at the moment, so Fenrir can't reach him.
I have one potion of healing.
If that's okay, because I just don't want to get yoinked by just a random eye blast.
Yeah, no, you can have it.
Yeah,
I'll toss it over to you.
I'll have to walk over.
I don't know about the action economy. We'll do that, yeah. You can do that as your free object interact. Take it off of Sven's belt.
Yeah.
And you have braced yourself. Yep. Abby, your turn. Also,
Can I bonus action spell? Use the healing potion, sorry?
Oh, yeah, you can do that instead, yeah. So you're not braced. But that's okay.
Look at that. You got 8 HP.
Ooh, that's pretty solid.
That's fine.
Abby, we'll finish today's session on your turn, and then we'll pick it up at Lucia's turn next time.
Alright. So we want to make sure that he's not looking at Yusuf or at Olaf. So I'm gonna move over here.
If you can compel duel it or something like that, that would certainly work here.
But it would be really bad for Elspeth because
I don't have compelled duel.
True.
I will just cast a big spell that needs to look at me to stop.
Fair enough.
I'll you guys see as the spectral wings from her radiant soul, starting from her back, begin to grow into physical feathery wings. As I'll cast my 5th level spell, Apotheosis.
Might be time to change the art on your token there for your Apotheosis.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I completely forgot.
We made a special token for it. Boom.
Yeah.
Elspeth becomes a Valkyrie.
And then she'll summon a radiant javelin in her hand and attack the beholder.
Yeah, so that's
twice.
First one hits. It has a AC 18. So that's going to be 18.
That is plus 2.
You have advantage because fairy fire.
Oh, I do. So that's the first attack.
So 18
I
first
didn't
attack.
add.
Oh, Radiant Soul gives you the extra rating, right?
Yeah, Radiant Soul gives me extra 9 radiant, and the spell gives me 2d8 radiant on attack.
Gotcha. So you can tell me how much damage this is, and then I'll subtract it.
Yep. Plus an extra 6 on that,
So
and
that
then the
was
next attack.
24, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, beautiful.
Oh, that'd be interesting. I was just thinking if I could make an Olaf's version of Fairy Fire where you could just release the Fairy Fire.
I should have had him use a
explode.
legendary action against you, Olaf. I forgot. That's okay. I'll do it next time. Elspeth. Second attack.
Next one is a 13.
Sadly.
That'll miss.
Nare, though.
Yep.
No. Legendary action, end of Elspeth's turn, is going to try to shoot Olaf with something. Let's see what it is.
Okay.
Charm Ray. Give me a wisdom saving throw. That's you, Yusuf.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find it because my sheet is so big. I got it.
You are
Use
charmed!
Inspiration nap.
You might want to use that,
I'm gonna.
because you know what he's going to
I'm
tell
gonna
you to
use
do. He's
inspiration.
going to tell you to stop concentrating. Okay, very good.
Yeah,
Now Nara
used
can
my
have it.
inspiration from last time. Or not last time, like, a few times ago that I just haven't used it.
Miss, unfortunately.
Oof. Nare does get to go, though. Oh, right. That was her turn.
Yeah.
I have a legendary
that was
action. Beholder's going to shoot Olaf again.
Motherfucker.
That's a 6, which is the
Whoa,
telekinetic
right?
roll. So give me a strike save.
You win these.
I got a
Ooh.
6.
Okay, so he's going to throw you 30 feet, so it's just going to be 10 feet through the glass. 30 feet in any direction. I don't think... Would you take fall damage for this? If he flings you? That's
I
catapult.
wouldn't say so. If I'm
I don't
just
think
being
so.
slid across the ground.
Yeah, he's just going to drag
I
you
would
through
take
the glass. So it's going to be 2d4 slashing.
I guess
7
I
slashing
don't
as
know.
you're dragged across the ground and shoved into the wall.
Fuck! I have to now make a con save, don't I?
Yeah. DC 10.
Right, so
You're okay. You maintain your concentration.
Stupid ass, bitch ass motherfucker.
The beholder can
bitch
change
ass.
his facing at the start of his turn, but currently he's still looking at. I'll draw a cube for it. He's currently looking at this space here. No. Currently looking at this space. Okay. You know what? We'll do one more to the room turn, and then we'll finish. So, Mia, you see it. You have advantage against it. You are currently in a anti-magic field, though.
That is okay. I'm gonna step around here. I ignore the difficult terrain.
You do? Yeah. No worries about the
I
glass.
just step like the wind.
Like Legolas on snow.
Yep.
You could hop on top of the metal ball if you want to.
You know what? Sure.
Get some elevation. So you're 10 feet up. Okay, just kind of a little 2 to show that you're elevated. In case it matters.
So, Spencer, I'm gonna shoot the guy, and then I'm gonna shoot the guy,
Both of those hit.
and then I'm gonna use something that I thought I would never actually use. Once I find out which one it was. I'm gonna use key-fueled attack, letting me use my
Ooh.
monk weapon, which currently is this bow, because
there you go.
I can make it my monk weapon
You can.
in the short rest. to shoot a third one against it. And
Ooh, another hit. So roll me those 3 attacks.
I only need to
three
roll a
damage.
6 to it. That is
Jesus Christ.
that is 9 poison damage.
That is insane. Wait, why are you adding... Why do you add 4 twice to your damage?
4 from my dexterity, another 2 from the weapon being a +2 weapon, and another 2 from the aces. The braces of archery.
Okay, Jesus Christ. So that's...
That is 41 normal magical piercing.
Fuck,
And
jeez.
9 poison. So 50 damage.
Yeah, that's
There
rough.
was a reason why I
That's
wanted
rough.
to change the bracers after realizing we have the bracers and the bow. Because that is fucking busted.
That is busted, yeah. Okay. Anything else?
I don't think so. That was my action and my bonus action anyway, so yeah. That's I'm content with that outcome.
The room. Magnetic field goes out. Everybody make me a strength saving throw. The DC is 15. You have advantage on it, Sven, because you are bracing.
I don't think it matters for me, but I will roll it anyway. There we go. This time succeed.
Strength. Did you say?
Elspeth is going to use the inspiration.
Gotcha.
I will move towards it.
So-
Spencer's in effect. He's already next to it, right?
Yeah, so don't even bother rolling for him. He's just going to be pulled back if he fails.
I'll roll for him, but it's same difference.
This would matter a lot
No, no.
more if you were yanked up to the into the middle of the room and then dropped, because you take falling damage. As well as your weapons are yanked away from you. This would have been cool. But you
I failed
spelled.
10.
Okay.
How would I get...
You're prone currently, which means you're going to be dragged through the glass.
that fucking sucks.
So you get
but
fall
yeah,
damage and slashing damage. You might be
Fall
fucked.
damage?
Yeah. So the
Why am I
way the
getting
magnetic
am I
works...
in the air?
well, you're being pulled towards it like catapult, is the thing. So you take a d6 for every square after your first square. and you're yanked
Don't
towards
I
it.
fly through people so they could potentially catch me or stop me?
Okay.
Or I
We'll-
could do
we'll-
more
we'll-
damage to them.
We'll negate
I
the
don't
fall.
mind.
We'll negate the fall damage, but you're still taking the slashing damage from the glass. And
I
you
mean,
are
yeah, it's
suffering.
horrific, and Olaf is covered in slashes now.
5, 10, 15. So you're going to take 3d4. And this will also be a concentration check on the verifier.
Yep.
10 slashing.
So exactly 10 concentration.
Anybody else fail?
No,
I'm gonna
Elspeth
grab an
succeeded.
And you maintain.
We with these!
I'm just having too much fun. Belchor's is going to go again. Also, he's invisible because you pulled into the anti-magic cone.
No, because the invisibility would have broken because of the spell.
New.
How would he go back invisible?
The invisibility is a permanent
he-
effect cast by a Sarek. You could hit him with a Dispel Magic, but he's the one that is the source of the greater invisibility effect. You were pulled into his... the anti-magic cone, though.
Okay, so I'm no longer an issue for him, so we should probably lay off.
Belchor's is going to... No, he still wants to get rid of you. Because he knows you're still concentrating. So let's see what you get hit with. Oh, it's the charm one again. Or sorry, the telekinetic one. So strength saving throw. From the
Oh
ground.
my god, that's horrific.
Yeah, this is rough, man. There you go, you're fine.
22 crit.
He says, "How dare you, you filthy, hideous creature, resist my telekinetic rays?"
I did not consent to this! The only person who can manhandle me is my wife!
Which one's your wife? The fat one or the ugly one?
I object to I refuse to comment. I plead the fifth, the Baldurian fifth.
Okay. The cube is going to change a little bit. Nare is still outside of it. Elspeth is still outside of it. But the cube is going to... Oh, no, actually, the cube wouldn't move. Because it can't get Lucia in the cube, as well as Sven and Olaf. So this is just...
Not that it matters against me.
No, not really. It'll stop the poison damage from the bow, as well as the +4. Because the bracers and the bow become...
Oh, then I would lose my proficiency with the bow.
Yeah.
Hey, do you really want to force me to punch it instead? The only limitations on Stunning Strike is that it has to be a melee attack.
True.
You don't want that.
It has moved. The anti-magic cone space remains where it is. I think we'll call it there. So Riley, you can have the next turn when we come back. Thank you so much for playing. And thank you for this fun room. Funny enough, this is more or less the way it is as written. I've actually made this a little easier than as written. Because as written, the magnetic effect is continuous, which is just... Imagine being stuck up 25 feet in the air for the whole fight. It's just...
It is very unfun for anyone that doesn't have ranged options.
With a greater invisibility beholder, it's just...
Yeah, that's objectively real... Like,
it's unwinnable, is what it is. So I've actually made this one easier. Everything else I've made harder, but this I've made easier. Thank you for playing. We'll pick up there next time.
I'm sorry, but I'm imagining Olaf like a sled going through the glass.
Yeah.
Like, ah!
Olaf is... you guys have seen Punisher on Netflix?
I think so.
How he makes the
Frank
Jigsaw
Castle
Man?
Punisher.
Yeah, he makes the Jigsaw Man at the end of the first season. It's basically that. You've been dragged through the glass. Olaf's looking real bad. So
It's fine. As long as I get resistance to slashing damage at the end of this encounter.
Yeah. We'll pick up there next time. You guys are about to come into enough loot to potentially get rid of the curse on Elspeth, which would be great. Also, Elspeth has Engoddened, Embrace Her Apotheosis.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say. Goodbye.